Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I will be playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called Educement. It was written by Matthew Sanderson, and it's available in the Blasphemous Tome, Issue 10. I'm the Game Master, and this is the second time that we have run this one-shot. But before we begin, I want to say thank you to all of our patrons that have pledged during 2022. And I want to tell you that every dollar that you give us helps continue to produce. It allows us to continue to produce 4 episodes a week. There is a link in the description that will take you to our Patreon page if you wish to help donate. We have different levels, and even $1 a month helps a lot. Today, we have a new patron who lists himself as John Doe. He has pledged $3 a month. Thank you so much, John. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. You don't remember who you are. You know you have certain skills, but how you acquired them is a mystery. One clear memory that you have, it feels like it happened recently, but it's like a single photograph on the last page of an otherwise empty album. That vision that you see begins to melt and blend and swirl like wet oils on a canvas. You feel dizzy and nauseous for a moment, and then the blobs of colorful goo reform around you, and you find yourselves standing in the center of an old library. The room is long with bookshelves going floor to ceiling. There are rolling ladders on each of the walls to get to the high books. In between each bookcase is a tall multi-paned window. There are a few such windows along each wall, but it's dark outside, nighttime. The library itself is well lit. There are interesting vintage lights hanging from the ceiling. They look like flying saucers with green glass rings around them. And there are dark wooden desks with comfortable chairs and little green banker's lamps on each that can be turned on for additional illumination. Everything is warm and quiet. There are 4 other people beside you standing in the center, and you have no idea who they are or where you are. Nothing seems familiar at all. I would like each of you to describe your appearance. Let's start with Julian. Julian, what do you look like?
Am I describing my clothes as well?
Sure. How are you dressed? What physical features do you have?
Okay. I am a 42-year-old woman, average size about 5'5", kind of, a little curvy, I suppose. And I've got kind of ginger hair, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, kind of like the one I've got on, jeans, tennis shoes, little spot of freckles as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daniel, what do you look like? What's your appearance?
My character is fairly tall. He's pretty skinny. He's wearing some Wrangler jeans, and he's got sort of a dirty work shirt on, and he's got a big old belt buckle. He's wearing like a trucker cap that's stained with like grease and oil and dirt. And he's got a little bit of stubble going on. He hasn't shaved in a little bit. And he's got dark hair that's sort of just like his hat, sort of like matted down and like little dirty. And he's got reading glasses tucked in his shirt pocket.
Yep. Alex, what's your appearance?
So my character is a clean-shaven young man with curly brown hair. He's built like a sturdy oak. His skin is tanned, most likely from being out in the sun. He definitely has the body type of an athlete, and he's wearing sweatpants and a gray hoodie.
Okay. Holly, what's your appearance?
I have long blonde hair pulled back into a ponytail. Um, Brown eyes, pretty enough that you'd notice me in a room, but plain enough that you probably forget about me a day or so later. I'm dressed professionally with a button-up blouse and black trousers and shoes with a low heel.
And no.
Well, I am a 21-year-old African-American male who is dressed as if he was built for the outdoors, very strong, an athlete body type, around 5'6". He has dark brown khaki shorts, hiking boots. He has a white tank top, and on top of that, a jacket. He looks like he has been outdoors for a while. Kind of has lots of dirt and mud on his boots, and has a small backpack with him.
Okay. You are all there, dead center in this library. What do you want to do?
So we don't remember anything about how we got here or anything.
Nothing.
And we can all see each other.
Yeah, and you've never seen this place before in your life.
And on top of that, we don't remember who we are.
Mm-mm.
Do any of the other people look familiar to us, or are they complete strangers?
Complete strangers.
Okay.
Hey,
Where am I?
I was going to ask you the same thing. What's going on?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked that.
Who are you people?
I'm gonna ask you the same question. Where the hell are we?
Well, I don't know where we are, but
Well, surely we can figure this out, right? I don't remember anything, and I'm gonna start walking around. Surely we can find some evidence of where we are, right?
Or can we find evidence of who we are? As in, do we have our wallets?
IDs.
Yeah.
You don't have any wallets.
Any cell phones?
Nope, nothing in your pockets at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe there was like a gas leak somewhere. We're in a library.
that
Yeah.
takes all your personal belongings in your
It's
wallet.
a very nice library. Maybe we're at a university. I'm gonna pull a book off the shelf and see if on the inside it says like what the name of the library is.
Okay.
Stamped
You
with it.
you go over and you grab one of the books. The books all look fairly uniform. However, there are, variations in color, like for encyclopedias and stuff like that. You pull a book off the shelf and you open it up, and it is completely blank on the inside.
Can I?
Okay, I'll pull another one.
The same, blank.
These are all blank.
Wait, are you serious?
Do a
There's
spot
nothing in them.
do a spot hidden for me.
I will add 20 to that.
Okay. So go ahead.
And
and
I just make it, yeah. Just
Okay.
regular success.
So the uniformity of the book seems thorough throughout, but there are a couple of books that don't look like they fit in the bookcases. I mean, they don't look like they go with the other books.
Look, that one over there. I think that one, maybe that one's not, maybe that one has something written in it.
It looks like one you'd have to climb up on the ladder to get to.
What are books going to tell us about?
Could one of you reach that up there? I
Yeah,
forgot to mention I'm actually quite
How
short.
high is it?
Oh, maybe 10 feet up.
Oh,
But the ladder's moves.
Yeah,
they're
I'm
on
just gonna
rudders.
go, no hesitation, to help this nice lady.
Okay.
What is it?
It's that one right there. It's that one. No,
This
that
one?
that one.
Oh, that one. Okay. I grab the book.
What's
Okay.
that going to?
You climb up and you get it. This book actually has writing on the cover.
What's it say?
It says, My Adventures in Croatia.
My
And
Adventures in Croatia.
and it was written by Dr. Lance Ellis.
Well, that'll tell us everything.
Here, catch. And I throw it to the woman.
Don't throw it. Is there any library label on the inside of the book?
The book is blank on the inside.
What? This one's blank too.
Hey, I only did what you told me.
But no, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just frustrated.
I'm going to try to find a front door.
Good idea.
There are, in fact, a number of doors in here. Libraries often have a lot of different parts. At the long ends on either side, there are doors. And it looks like there's also some doors on the sides. We'll say 4 doors, 1 on each wall.
Sure, anything that looks external. Maybe I can get my bearings here, at least see what region I'm in by the trees growing, climate, whatever.
Okay. So you're heading towards the door. What's everybody else doing at this point?
I'm very concerned. I don't remember anything. Do any of you remember anything at all?
No.
No.
Is there a second floor? Is there any stairs leading up and down, or
There's
just
no stairs.
no stairs?
Is there a circulation desk?
Yes. Yeah, at one end.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and see if I can find like a telephone or
Okay. You go over there, and there is, in fact, a telephone that's on. It's just under the top level, but there's nothing else. Just the telephone underneath there. How about you? Okay, you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, you pick it up. Do a listen roll.
Okay. I'm going to add 20 to that.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So that is a pass.
Okay. You hear what sounds like an answering machine way off in the distance. You can barely understand what it's saying, but something about by appointments only. That's about all you can make out of it. It's garbled. It's way off in the distance. You try to dial, nothing.
Does it sound kind of like a doctor's office kind of voice?
I don't know. It sounded very generic.
Okay. Well, the phone doesn't work.
You can't dial out?
No, it doesn't work.
Maybe we can find someone who can help us.
Is it possible to climb on top of the ladders to get like a overview of the whole library?
Sure. It's basically a large rectangular room.
Okay.
You can stand up. You can go, almost 15 feet up on the ladders.
Yeah, I can. Is there anything that kind of sticks out? Like everything just looks uniform, but is there like anything?
It looks pretty uniform.
Okay.
So Dan's gotten to the door. Dan, roll a 1d6.
3.
All right. You open up the door, and what you see is, it takes a second for you to realize what it is. It's a smaller room. It looks like it's like the library. It's much longer than it is wide. There is the walls are very plain. They look like they're made out of maybe painted brick, and they're painted kind of a slightly off blue color. And at the far end of the room, there are bars going from wall to ceiling, side to side.
The rest of the party's gonna hear, like, echoing through the room. What the fuck?
What is it? I'll walk over to where Dan
Yeah, I'm
is.
gonna climb down from the ladder after I'm serving the whole
Okay.
place.
Look at this shit. Who builds a? We trapped in here?
We're obviously in a museum, and this is an art installation.
The
Is it
mean-
like one of those security gates they have at like malls where you could lift it from the bottom? Or I guess I will look at it.
well, the room itself has what looks like an old cot of some sort in it, and a bright silver toilet.
Like a
Like a jail
jail?
cell?
Is there any indication that someone was in there, or it's like clean?
Why does this setup feel so familiar to me?
Do a spot hidden.
Wait, who? Me or
You, Jono.
okay? All right. I'll give it. I'll add 20 to them. All right.
You go
I-
ahead and roll.
I failed that.
Okay. I mean, you can see that it's dirty. It's not particularly clean. And it's quite chilly. Dan, you asked a question. Do a power roll.
Fail.
Doesn't feel familiar at all. It feels quite bizarre. You can see there seems to be a corridor on the other side outside the cell that just trails off into the dark.
So there's bars going laterally,
right.
up and down. Okay.
Yeah.
Are any of them loose or?
Go ahead and feel around. Do a spot hidden for me.
All right. I guess I'll add 20 to that. Nope.
No, it's locked.
So all the bars are pretty sturdy and they're well cemented at the ends.
Right.
Hey, do you think it's worth checking the other doors? Because
Yeah.
this is one of them, right?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, I do.
yeah. Yeah, let's not worry about this one, I guess.
Yeah.
What
Is
is Julian and Alex doing at this time?
I'm gonna be like watching the other people.
Okay. So you're still kind of in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same with you, Julian.
Yeah, I'm still at the circulation desk.
Okay.
And I was kind of just gonna open drawers if there were any, just out of curiosity to see if anything was in the drawers.
As you're doing that, they're all empty.
Tom, those last memories that we have, do I still remember that?
It's the only thing you can remember.
All right, I'm gonna go to the rest of the group and what's the last thing everybody remembers? I'll start.
Oh.
It was like a weird dream. I was standing out in, I think, plains. There's hills everywhere, sort of behind me, and I was kind of on the edge of this precipice. It's like it was really dark. It was like there was space out over the precipice, stars and the Milky Way and all that. And I was looking at it for a while. I felt kind of disoriented, and before I knew it, it was like this shooting star came tearing through everything. And it was like ripping the sky apart, and it got brighter and brighter, and then that's about the last thing I remember. I felt really nauseous, and I came to here.
That's really similar to what I remember, except that I was in a city and all of the street lights went out and then the stars went out. And then the fireball it crashed into a skyscraper of some kind. And then, but same as you, I went dizzy and was nauseous, and it's like we saw the same thing, but from different places.
Yeah.
I was I was in I was in like a wood where I heard it and saw it.
Shooting star?
Yeah, it was there was a crack of thunder and glow and something rushed past overhead and I heard a crash. And there was a everything shook. Trees snapped and I was thrown through the air.
I excuse me. I just remember sand. I remember seeing a huge rock falling from the sky. It obscured like the moon. It was so it's during at night. It crashed behind me and forcing a cloud of sand. And I feel just lots of sand pouring upon me, and it's like being I don't know if it got into a maybe quicksand, getting sucked in, and it got so blurry. Similar. I was in a desert.
Well, I was on a glacier. I was looking at the aurora borealis when I saw the shooting star just rip through everything. It's crazy how we're having the same memories. Are we still dreaming?
Oh,
Are we dead? Because we saw the same thing.
Did the world end?
We were in very different places when we saw this, though.
yeah. But we all saw at least that one thing.
It was like a huge rock, right? Like,
Yeah, it was not a shooting star. I don't know, but I feel like that's just not possible.
and the impact, it was really great. Like I remember the force of the rock.
Is this what happens when you die?
I guess so.
I mean, stuck in a library with one that says Adventurers of Croatia with nothing in it.
I'm gonna poke Dan. Is he there?
Yeah.
Well, you don't feel like a ghost.
No. You feel you and your shoulders. You know, my hand's not going through you.
All right,
So-
well, we should keep exploring then. If we can't go that way, we gotta go another
Try the
way.
other doors. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
All
one?
right. So you go back into the library?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll take that prison cell. Let's give it a direction. We'll say that's the east door. So then you've still got the north, the south, and the west door. What would you like to do?
I'll head north then.
Okay.
Okay. As you are walking towards the north door, the north door, you can see slightly outside through the windows. Like I say, it's nighttime out there. But you know how snow can give you differences between light and dark. You don't see snow, but you do think you can see mountains that are outside, that have snow on them. They seem to stand out in the darkness out there.
And we open the window.
You can open the window?
Yeah.
Okay. The windows in the library are these tall, double-paned things going up, but the bottoms of them do open.
Okay.
So you lift one of them up. The air that comes inside is crisp and cold, like what you would expect in the mountains. Looking outside, you can see that there are rings of mountains that are out there going all the way around. But directly outside seems to be grass and bit of maybe some little spring flowers dotted here and there in the grass. Do a spot hidden, Alex.
I'm not going to apply any modifiers to this one.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, so that's what you see.
I'll stick my head out, right? And I don't see any other signs of civilization. No infrastructure, no telephone poles, no lights.
You don't. What you see is you can see the sort of grassy hillock that you're on that leads towards the mountains. You can see that the sky is filled with stars. It's chilly, and you do have a strange sort of feeling about it. It seems very lonely. You can also see the outside of the library, at least as much as you could see if you're looking out of a window in the library. And it seems to be kind of what you'd expect. Lovely old architecture, fake pillars on the outside going up. But that's all. You can't see very far in either direction.
Okay. I'll get back inside. It's getting cold.
Okay.
Is it cold out there?
Oh yeah, it's a little chilly.
Probably in the low 30s.
Oh. Did the window open enough that someone could get out of it?
Easily.
I'll climb up.
Okay. So as you climb out the window, I would like you to do a spot hidden.
Yep, that would be an extreme if that counts here.
Extreme. Right. So as you're standing there, I'd like you also to do a power roll for me.
Yep. Do those have degrees of success or just pass?
No, just pass.
Okay.
All right. So you look at you step out of the window onto the grass, and it's a little chilly. It's not frosted, but it's obviously, it makes you feel like it's springtime maybe, but early spring because it's still so chilly. As you look towards your left, there seems to be something out there in the darkness, a long way off, but it seems to be a kind of a light, maybe from a building that's hidden from view, or maybe, a street light or something that's casting a sort of glow. You can see the glow, but you can't see where it's exactly coming from. On the right-hand side, when you look out, you can see that you're obviously high up in the mountains, but the mountain range going across goes to a certain point and then just sort of slices off as if nothing exists on that side of it. And you can see that the hillock slants down towards it, maybe 200 yards, and then nothing, just black sky.
Wait, so 200 yards from where I am, there's nothing?
Just a precipice hanging over nothingness.
And how far away could I estimate that the light was to the left?
Probably around the same distance, maybe 600 feet, maybe a little longer, maybe a quarter of a mile.
Guys, you might want to come see this for yourself.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to point out first that everything ends over there. See that?
Definitely looks like everything ends in that direction or just stops.
Is that the edge of the world we're looking at?
This doesn't make any sense.
And then over there's a light.
Man, it's freezing.
Okay, well, that makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to check out the rest of the building.
Everybody except Dan Do power rolls.
I failed.
Pass.
Passed.
Extreme success.
Okay. We'll get back to you in a second, Alex. Dan, you got an extreme on that spot hidden.
Yeah.
While you're standing there discussing this with them, your eyes are darting around and you're looking out into the darkness, and you can see the what I've told you so far. You also notice that, like in some places without a great deal of light, like up way up in the mountains, the sky is spectacular. You can see stars and constellations and almost what look like clouds of things, of stars. There's something wrong, though. You could do a natural world or astronomy if you have astronomy.
Okay. Natural world. I'm going to make that a 50.
Okay.
All right, that's just regular success.
Okay. The constellations are wrong. Orion is next to Scorpio, and the Big Dipper is right next to Camelopardalis, and they're in the wrong places in the sky. Some of them like right next to one another, and that's when you notice something else. There's a shadow. There's something up there that's black, and it's moving around in the sky. It seems to be fairly small. At least you think that it's small, like a bird or something, but it blocks the stars, and that's why you can see it moving around.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend a good long while just sort of squinting up at the sky and sort of like slowly shaking my head.
You can do a spot hidden then again as you're looking up there. You're trying to figure out what it is.
No.
Yeah. It's something bird likes. It's definitely got wings, maybe bat-like wings. Maybe it's a big bat of some sort. You're not sure. But there's more to it than that. You can't quite make it out in the haze. Alex, you turn to go back in through the window, and you glance over your shoulder back at the light. And you suddenly change your mind. You kind of want to go see what the light is.
Okay, and in that case, I will start walking towards it without saying anything.
Where are you going?
The light, there's people there.
What is that?
You're not
What
supposed to.
are you talking about?
Come here.
I'm still going.
Wait, I'm gonna attempt to stop Alex from going anywhere.
Okay. You'll have to do kind of a brawl roll
Oh,
to see if you can hold on to him or keep him from.
that's a regular success.
Can I resist?
Sure.
I'm gonna put 60 in my brawl.
I mean,
Okay.
you don't really feel like you're angry about it, but
I mean, if they're trying to grab onto me, I'm probably gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
okay.
So I will try and resist with an 04. I'm like,
Oh,
get
wow.
your hands off me! Like, don't you have manners?
So it sounds like with your resistance, you're just going to start heading towards whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dan is pointing out to who? Holly?
Yes.
Holly, you go ahead and do a spot hidden roll as well. And anybody else who's looking up at what Dan's pointing at.
Right up. Right
No,
up.
I don't see it. What are you
Yeah.
there's nothing.
I mean, after. Oh, sorry. Go.
There's something there. Look. I'm sort of trying to keep my finger on it. Just look, it's moving kind of.
You can see that there is something up there, but you can't tell what it is.
After I
Yeah,
attempted
I
to
guess I can kind of see it.
It's like a, I don't know, really huge, like a bird or bat maybe.
I'm gonna look up
Look
after I try to stop Alex.
Okay. Go ahead and do a spot hidden then. How about you, Julian? What are you doing?
I'm trying to help Nell stop Alex from
Okay.
walking off into the light. So I'm kind of looking, but I'm not really looking at whatever is up in the sky.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and try to at least stop Alex from going forward?
He rolled an extreme, so and I rolled a regular. I also rolled extreme success and spot hidden. So
Okay, that is actually a pass on a brawl roll.
On a regular?
Yep.
Regular pass. All right. Well, you're standing there at least trying to block Alex's way.
What are you doing, lady?
Just what are you doing? Don't go off into the light. It's crazy.
I mean, it could be people.
But it could be, but don't go by yourself.
Okay. Do I still feel like I am compelled?
Yeah, you really kind of want to see it. You're really curious.
Okay.
But do you see what I'm looking at, guy?
I agree. Yeah, I see what you're looking at. What the hell? This feels wrong. And also,
It definitely seems to be circling around right over where you guys are.
And stars are wrong.
yeah, and also you see that thing circling, and I kind of yell to Alex and, "Hey, there's a thing circling around. I don't think it's a good idea to go out."
What? Like, are we talking like a high altitude, like a plane, or like something?
It's like a bird, right?
It's moving fast enough that you'd think that it's only maybe a couple of 100 feet, maybe not even 100 feet above you.
Okay.
I don't know why you're obsessed with that. Also, Grandma, you're gonna have to get out of my way.
Hey! Not that old. Look, let's go back inside. Apparently, there's something. They're talking about something up in the sky. Let's just go back inside.
If it makes you feel better, I
be a
can
drone?
hug the building.
Yeah.
I just want to look at it.
Just amuse me.
Could that be a drone? Is that what that is?
No, it's
It's bigger than a drone.
wings flapping, right?
It's flapping. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
But also the stars, they're not right. Look at I don't know all the
Giving me a headache.
names of all these things, but I know they're not where they're supposed to be.
I feel like we're dreaming. We have to be dreaming, right? Or this is a joke.
Alex, did you
Prank.
say you were going to try to walk along
The building, yes.
the building? Okay. I would like you to do a spot hit. Well, no, just an intelligence roll.
Oh, 9.
Yeah. As you sort of, get your bearings looking at the building, you realize there is only the library. It doesn't seem to be attached to any other building.
I don't like that at all. I don't see the wing where the prison cell was.
Nope. Julian and Janelle, do power rolls.
That is a pass.
that is a hard pass.
Okay. You guys still feel fine. Alex, as you are moving now a little bit farther, the compulsion seems to be wearing off. The creepiness of the darkness. It is kind of foreboding. You can't really see much between you and where the light is coming from. And now that you're looking in that direction towards the light, it seems to be like shifting colors. If somebody said, what color is that, you'd have a difficult time because by the time you'd say blue, it wouldn't be blue. It would be something else. You also become very aware that something was luring you, like the light on the end of an angler fish. It starts to feel a lot more
predatory.
Unnerving. Yeah, predatory.
All right, old lady, maybe you were right. I'll head back inside.
Look, why don't we all just go back inside?
Yeah,
But this place isn't right. It's bigger on the inside, and I point that out.
Yeah,
let's go back
see.
inside.
I'm
Where's the
cold.
prison?
None of us are very well dressed for this weather anyway. Let's go back inside.
Yeah, and I'm glad you got back to your senses. Let's go. And remember, respect your elders. Okay?
Don't call me grandma. I'm pretty sure I'm not a grandma. Pretty sure.
Wait, so what happened with the light? You got scared?
No. I leave. We're back inside.
We all huddle back inside. It's cold anyway.
Dan, do you look towards the light when you say that?
Yeah, they're like kind of hustling away from the light, and I'm like, well, what the hell?
All right, do a power roll.
That's an extreme success.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so nothing happens to you. All right, so you all gather back up to the window and climb back into the library. Library looks the same as it did when you left.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Now
Let's go look through the other doors.
There is a door even on this side of the building where the window is. You didn't see a door on the outside, though.
All right, we're definitely dreaming, and I open the door.
Look, you're going to go to the north door?
Yep.
Do a 1d6.
5.
All right. You open up the room to the door, and it is a long room with kind of a yellowish orange glow to it. There are numerous small square windows along the sides, regularly spaced. The roof seems to be made out of metal, like I don't know what you call that, corrugated steel. And there are at least 10 beds on either side of the room that are all made up, well made. There are small, what look like small trunks at the end of each bed. And there are a number of cabinets against the wall. There is a door at the far end of the room, and it is also nighttime outside the door. What do you do?
I'm just gonna look out the window. Is it the same scene of the mountain range?
You look out the window, and it is still nighttime, and you still see the starry night sky. But in all directions, when you're looking, you see sand dunes.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna back away from the window. That's not right. And
Yeah,
I'm pointing out the window.
I look out. Does the sand dunes look familiar?
Yeah, kinda.
Some kind of barracks?
Yeah, it looks like a barracks.
It looks like a cult kind of bedroom, Heaven's Gate, you know?
But it shouldn't be here, because when you look out the window right next to the door, there's nothing there.
Are the books on the bookshelf the same? Everything looks exactly as we left it. Like
Yes.
I'm going back and I'm looking at the books on the bookshelf. Everything looks exactly the same.
Do a spot hidden for me, Molly.
No, it's failure.
Yeah, they look the same.
I'd like to start searching the trunks at the base of these beds.
Okay.
I'll help.
Are you hoping to find something, or
Yeah, something to defend myself with.
what sort of thing would you like to defend yourself with?
Not like a screwdriver or a hammer.
Okay, do a power roll.
I failed.
You open up the trunk and it's completely empty.
Useless. There's
Dan, you
nothing
were
in
going to
here.
say something?
Yeah, I think I'll help. Maybe these look like sort of. I'm thinking barracks, and each person that would have been assigned a bed. So maybe there's something in there that has like identifying papers or something like that, like a uniform with a name on it, or any sort of.
Yeah, why don't you do a power roll as well?
Roll a 100.
You go over to the cabinets, you open them up, and there are a number of uniforms that are hung there, and all of them have blank name tags on them.
That's weird.
That was
Do they look like a certain? What kind of uniform are we talking? Are we talking like military uniform or like prison jumpsuit?
No, looks like military, though you're not sure what branch or.
Does the barracks look modern or?
Yeah, looks fairly modern. Not much changes in the barracks over the years. They look pretty much the same.
May I look under the beds or something under the pillows? They're like they've been made, right?
Yeah.
Wondering if there's maybe any quotation mark contraband or something people might be hiding.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do a power roll?
Right? Nope, fail. 97.
No, it seems like everything here is kind of empty. I mean, it's like the trappings, but not the substance.
So we've looked through the east door, which looked kind of like a jail cell. This is now the north. That was the north door.
Correct.
Yep.
Barracks. Let's keep going counterclockwise.
Is there another door in this room that doesn't lead to the library?
There is at the far
To the
end.
north. Right. Okay.
Is
It couldn't hurt to look one more.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to open the door?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Jono, roll a d6.
All right. 4.
Okay. You open up the door, and you're immediately hit by the smell of, God, it smells like apple pie. And you open it up into a very large kitchen, but not like a professional kitchen, like you'd find, in a nice big house. Not particularly modern, but well appointed. A little bit, what's that sort of style? That sort of, country-esque sort of style. There's a table with wooden chairs. There's a nice big stove. There's definitely something baking in the oven that smells like apple pie. There are multiple windows and doors. I think there's at least 3 doors in here and windows looking out into the nighttime.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out like there's something. I opened the door wide open. There's a kitchen and there's something. You smell that? Something's baking, like apple pie.
Huh.
Do we feel hungry?
Do we feel hungry?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let whatever's in there cook. I could really go for like a protein shake, so I'm gonna open the fridge.
Well, hey,
Okay. Do a power roll for me.
Okay. That is hard.
All right. You open up the fridge and there is a protein shake.
This is just what I was looking for.
And somehow You feel that's exactly the kind that you really like.
Hmm.
Hold on a second.
I'll
There's
start
nothing-
drinking it.
Tastes good.
There's
Does no
nothing-
one else feel like something's going wrong here? That's not
Yeah,
normal.
there's something like, look, there's prison, barracks, and then a rustic kitchen.
But
And
not only
What
that,
he says, I really want a protein shake, opens the fridge and there's a protein. That's not normal. Why do
Look,
you think
lady,
they're
why
not
don't you
drinking
think-
that?
Why don't you just think, I wish there was a way out of here, and then like open the door or something?
but let's remember that on the outside of this building, none of these rooms should be here.
We're dreaming, obviously.
So
Fine, I'll think to
theoretically,
myself.
I'm in
I wish there was a
control.
way out of here.
there are 3 other doors.
There are 3 other doors.
And also, and I point to Alex, that theoretically, so let's say if I kill you, you would wake up.
What are you? You're not gonna kill me.
But you said we're just dreaming. So if I
You
kill
don't just
you
kill
now,
people. You psycho.
I'm just trying to put theory to the test here.
Why don't you kill someone else? Or better yet, kill no one.
I don't think
Do I
anybody
feel
needs to be
pain?
killing
What-
anybody.
Pinching myself. Do I feel that? Do I feel the pain of pinching myself?
Yeah. You feel the pain.
I'm gonna sip on the protein shake and I'm gonna thrust it towards Holly. Does this feel real to you? Drink it.
No, I don't want to drink it.
All right, Dan. Dan's character.
No, I'm not. I'm not hungry. I just can't kick this feeling. I'm uncomfortable. We shouldn't even be able to be in these rooms. We went through a door. We should be outside.
Okay, we're dreaming. All right.
Julian, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was just saying nobody needs to be killing anybody.
Yeah, no.
And
That's correct. I agree with Grandma.
I'm gonna see if there's an actual pie in this oven. I want to check on this pie.
Okay. Do a willpower roll, a power roll.
Yes, that is. Let me get that out of the way. That is a hard success.
Yes, the oven is on and the pie is just getting brown.
Does it look like it's ready, or is it just getting close?
It's probably pretty close to it. Alex.
Yep.
Do a power roll.
Okay, I'm lucid and I'm ready. And I've passed.
Just regular.
Yes, just regular. Would it make a difference if it was hard?
Let's leave it as a regular for now. As you're standing there with all of these others, you hear the noise. It sounds like a pinging sort of sound, a beeping. Somewhere nearby, you hear it for a couple of seconds and then it seems to fade out. It gives you a weird feeling, like
Does it remind me of anything like a microwave or a car horn or an alarm? A phone's text message tone?
you're not sure. Maybe a phone, maybe a microwave. They all sound like something like that. It makes you feel like you're being observed.
Oh boy.
You right over there?
No, I just get the heebie-jeebies, when you think someone's watching you.
Yeah, well, I think given the circumstances, that's fair.
Looking around for security cameras now.
Do a spot hidden for me.
Hey. I failed.
Yeah, you don't see any security cameras. Dan, what are you up to?
Is there another door in this room, or is this where it terminates?
No, there are a couple of doors. There's still another north door, and there's an east and a west door, and windows all around.
In just this kitchen room, right?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna pick one of the doors and just
Well, just north, east, or west.
north.
Okay. Um, roll a d6.
4.
Right. You open up the door, and it's kind of dim, dark, but just like the lights are turned out. There are little. There's kind of a wooden sort of smell to the room. It's large. The ground below your feet is dirt in this room. It seems rather high and rather deep, though you can't quite see how deep it is. Once again, there are a few windows here and there, but there's a lot of large equipment uh, in the room. Some things that look very large, tractor size or bigger. There's tables, and there are tools hung up on the wall, and it feels just a little familiar to you.
Lots of tools. Lights in here? Light switch?
It looks like there might be a pull light.
Yeah, if there's one, I'm gonna try to turn it on.
Yeah, it lights up.
All right. What can I see now?
Well, it looks like it's a kind of a barn, but there is a great deal of equipment in here. Like I say, you're not exactly sure what all the equipment is for. A lot of it is painted bright yellow, and some of it's bright green. And do a POW roll.
That's a success.
Success. Do a 1d6.
3.
There is a wrench, a big one, sitting over on the bench. Something about it seems just a little bit familiar.
I'm gonna go pick it up and.
When you pick it up, you realize that it's been customized. It feels good in your hands. And on one side of it, it has been inscribed. And it's got your name on it.
Hey.
What's your name?
Let's see. Zeke Ellison. Hey. Sort of blink a few times. Zeke Ellison. Oh, this is my name. This is my wrench. It's got my name on it.
Well, it explains how you are dressed. Is this your shop?
It might be. It's got my name. I put that there. What? Is this all my stuff?
Are you some
I
kind of
guess.
mechanic?
Feels pretty familiar.
Yeah, this. I think maybe I was a mechanic. I think maybe these seem like all my tools and my stuff in here. I feel kind of woozy, but this is all very familiar to me.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, there's there's other two doors, right? He opened the one up north. There's the east and west, right, from the kitchen.
Correct.
I'm gonna turn to Holly's character. Let's test that theory.
Yeah, okay.
Think about a way out.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go north. That feels right. I don't know.
Are you in the barn or are you in the kitchen?
I probably follow Zeke. So yeah, barn.
Okay. Do a 1d6 for me.
4.
Okay. You go to the door on the side of the barn and put your hand on the handle, and you start to open it up. And I would like you to do a dex roll.
Okay.
Is Janelle, were you standing next to her?
Yeah, I'll be standing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just the idea.
All right, you failed. You open the door, and as you are opening the door, the doorknob and the door are wrenched out of your hand. You're pulled forward a little bit, and you are staring into just an empty black void. And you lost your dexterity. You are probably going to fall into it unless Janelle manages to grab you.
Is it roll dex, right? Or
you brawl.
Brawl? Okay, all right. Okay, sweet. Ooh, let's see. I'll spend the luck to make that a regular success.
Okay. So you grab a hold to Holly,
Yeah.
and you pull her back just before she falls in. The wind inside the barn is now sucking towards that void. It's not strong enough to pull you in, but it's definitely everything wants to fall into that void.
Close it.
Shut it.
Yeah. Immediately, like, shut the door and maybe barricade it with something.
Okay.
I'm assuming we don't need to be making sand rolls during all of this. It just feels so unnatural.
Well, you can do a sand roll for that one.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'll do that. Oh, I passed.
Yeah, I passed too, just barely.
Okay. No sand damage.
Oh, did we manage to close the door, or we need to roll?
Yes. No, you've pulled it closed.
You guys okay?
There's nothing. Don't open that door. There's nothing. There's nothing out there. I don't understand what's happening right now.
Is there a furniture I can push in front of it? Let's ignore that door.
There's no furniture that's movable inside the barn, but there's lots of large equipment also, which is pretty heavy, and you wouldn't really be able to.
Oh, if anything, just don't open that door.
I said I wanted to go home, and I opened the door, and it was a void. I almost fell in. Is that what home is?
Well, yes, I turned to Julian's character.
I mean, are we like some kind of survivors of some kind of terrible disaster?
We all remember the fire, the rock or whatever hitting.
Well, this guy remembers who he is now, apparently.
A little.
Maybe. I mean, look around, Zeke, and see if anything else is maybe more of your identity is here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all through this room and look through everything and.
All right, do a spot hidden for me.
All right. No.
Yeah, nothing else seems really familiar in the room, but the room itself and your wrench, they feel pretty real.
I don't know. I don't really remember much of the rest of the room, but if my wrench with my name on it is in here, it's got to be something.
So how come this guy gets to remember?
Maybe
why do you remember? Because you got your wrench?
I mean, you got your protein shake.
I don't see my name on it.
Maybe look harder. There might be a protein shake.
Maybe
shove this up your ass.
Yeah, please stop.
Don't talk to people like that. It's not nice.
Shut up, Grandma.
Hey, you respect your elders.
Okay.
What about this? So these rooms aren't really supposed to be here, right? because we didn't see him from the outside. What if, say, two of us goes back outside and walks to where these rooms should be and see what happens?
Are there any windows in your workshop?
There are.
And I'm guessing it's not going to lead to a desert. It's going to be somewhere else.
Well, no, I mean go out the window that we all went out of.
But hold on.
But Zeke, you remember?
Wait. What scene did you remember when there was a shooting star?
The planes.
The planes? Is it the planes that's out the window right now? I'm checking.
You gonna go look?
Yeah.
When you look out the windows, yeah, it's mostly flat. There's some rolling hills.
Does it look like that? And I'm pointing.
Does it?
Dan, you look outside. Yeah, that seems like.
Yeah, this is like the same,
Okay.
like how it was the last thing I remembered.
So if I find where I was last, maybe I'll find something.
Well,
I'll remind myself of me.
Nell, you said you remember desert, and the barracks had deserts. Is that your space? Is there anything in there that has your name on it?
I'm looking at it like I was curious about those uniforms. I wonder if
You didn't really look through any of the room, did you?
I'm gonna run back to see if I don't know, take a fit. Let's see if one of the uniforms fit me.
All right, so you're going to run back through the kitchen, back to the barracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Together.
Zeke, when you walked over to the window and you looked out, I would like you to do a power roll.
The fail.
There was a light somewhere out there over towards the left, looking out the window. It's beautiful. Beautiful light, like sparkles. You really kind of want to go see what it is. It seems to be maybe the key to everything.
Oh, I see that. Jeez. I look around to see if anybody else is watching me, and
In this case, you would have to climb out the window. They're not floor-to-ceiling windows.
yeah, I'm gonna open the window.
Zeke, I should say. Yeah, you're Zeke.
I'm gonna put my hand on Zeke's shoulder. Like, what are you doing?
Well, nothing. Hold on. I just gotta go out here real quick.
Do I see the light?
Yes, you can see the light, but it
All
no
right.
longer seems to draw you.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's like a super predator. I wouldn't go out there.
No, that's. I think that's really cool.
That's what it's trying to make you think, man.
Lights don't make people think anything. They just. I just want to go. I'll be right back.
Hand still on your shoulder.
Were you gonna come with me or what?
No.
Well,
Why don't you help me look for like my item, and then we can go out there together.
Yeah, I'll help you find your item. I need to see what this light's about real quick, and then I'll help you.
Don't do it, man.
I just gotta see. It's gonna bother,
It's giving me such a horrible feeling.
but it makes me feel really good.
Well, what does everyone else think?
I think we should all figure out who we are.
I'm at the barracks. I'm not there.
It's not a good idea to just go wandering off into the wilderness. I mean, there's some really weird stuff out there. Things flying in the air. Apparently, it just drops off.
Yeah, you're right. We should all go to the light.
When Julian says that, and you take a glance out the window, you can see that also on the right it drops off into nothingness. And they've delayed you long enough that the compulsion seems to be lessening to climb out the window.
Oh, well, we'll put a pin in it. We'll check it out.
Let's just find our stuff and then see where it goes.
Okay. All right. Let's go find your stuff.
I really think that there is safety in numbers. like sticking together.
We already threw that out the window. That guy just left. Desert guy, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
We should
I'm
probably
only
maybe we go help him. Maybe we can help him.
Jonelle, you're
Yeah.
in the barracks. Do a power roll.
all right. Oh, that's a fail.
Okay. The desert is outside. It does feel familiar. There is something about the barracks that feels a little familiar, but you can't seem to find anything in here that wakens your memory.
Yeah. Whenever they come in, you just see a aggravated 21-year-old like.
Are you
Going
all
through
in fact going to go
uniforms.
back towards the barracks, or
I'm at least checking. Yeah, checking.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna go into the room that's connected to the workshop.
Well, hey, let's not get too spread apart here, because
Just want to look. Just want to open the door.
east or west?
I'll go west.
Okay, roll a 1d6.
But what if we come back to the other rooms and they're
5.
and we're separated?
All right. You open up the door, and this gives you a similar sort of view of a room, very much like the barracks. But in this case, it seems to be all set up with long tables and what looks like a food service area on one side, like a mess hall. There are windows, and there is a door at the far end.
Is this my room? Does it belong to me? I will look out the window.
Do a power roll.
Okay. That is hard.
It doesn't feel like it's part of your memory. It seems completely different. When you look out of the window, you can see sand dunes going off into the distance.
Oh, maybe I'll tell that other young man, like, hey, this might be your room.
I think if anyone like
she's three rooms away from you
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
We should regroup.
And
this,
this room once again does have a door at the far end.
you just hear my character cursing. Like, damn it! I know this is familiar to me. I can't remember.
So we know Jonelle is in the barracks. We know Alex stepped for a moment into the mess hall. And are the rest of you still in the barn?
I was
moving toward. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was with Holly.
I was kind of moving toward Nell's character. So
Okay, you were moving towards Nell. You're moving with her.
Yeah.
All right. So you're kind of split into 3 at the moment. What's your next move? We'll wait until Dan comes back, I guess. So Alex, you didn't find anything.
Nope.
You know, your characters can't actually call each other by your player names.
Right.
I'm trying to point like my character points to X person's character. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. So we've established Alex is in the Alex is in the mess hall. Zeke is in the barn. And Holly, Julian, and Jonelle are back in the barracks. What's everybody going to do now?
Did you find anything?
No, but this all looks familiar. Like this could have been one of my beds. I looked through the uniforms. All of the name tags are blank. I can't even tell which military this is. I'm just frustrated. But at least I can say it's very familiar to me.
I'm looking for the man in the white undershirt. So that's Nell's character.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going back through. You go
Yep.
back through the barn where Zeke is, and then through the other door back towards the barracks. Zeke, what are you doing?
I'm still sort of trying to figure out what all these machines are. Like, what are they? What's their purpose? Are they functioning?
Do a power roll.
That's a hard.
You are pretty sure that they're probably, farm equipment and stuff like that, which would fit the barn. As you're doing that, though, you think for a moment that Alex is whispering to you because you saw him coming in. You thought maybe he stopped right behind you and he's whispering to you. But when you turn, Alex has already left the room. He's heading towards the barracks where everybody else is. Something in the room, something sounded familiar. A voice, but you honestly can't tell whether it's male or female. But something seemed familiar, and it seemed to be coming from somewhere. You couldn't quite place the direction.
Could I make out what it said?
Do a power roll.
That is an extreme.
Something like "Come to me."
Okay, where do I think it's trying to beckon me?
You maybe towards one of the doors you haven't tried, but maybe not in the barn, somewhere else.
Okay.
Somewhere towards your south.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on that feeling and try to get a better idea of where it was telling me to go.
Okay.
Generally south.
So back towards the kitchen.
Yeah, what's down there? I'm going to keep my wrench and head down towards where I think it was telling me to go.
Okay. So you move slowly into the kitchen, and the smell of the apple pie is strong. The smell of the apple pie, okay, we could say it seems familiar, but then again, who hasn't smelled apple pie? And so, yeah, something intangible. Now, there are two doors. There's an east and a west door that you haven't tried in the kitchen.
Do any of those feel more right than the other one?
Not particularly.
Okay. I guess I'll pick the east one and see if I can't intuit, like, sort of a mental game of like hot and cold, Like,
Okay. Do a 1d6 for me.
2.
All right. You open up the door, and it looks like an office. There are cubicles going off in all directions. There are large windows that don't seem to have panes to them. They're like large windows that go floor to ceiling, side to side. Looking out the windows, you can see trees, but it's dark. It's nighttime. And there are just desks after desks after desks. There are three other doors, which would be the north, the east, and the south. We're coming through this one.
Okay.
It looks there are boards on the wall, like cork boards and things like that have papers pinned up to them all over. It looks like newsprint or something like that.
Okay. What do they read?
Well, when you get up close to them, it's kind of that sort of lorem ipsum stuff. They don't seem to have any actual meaning. It just seems to be gibberish.
Weird. Do I see any of the rest of the party or hear them or?
Their kitchen and then one door down.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of
I assume now you've all been leaving the doors open.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair assumption. Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of whisper out loud, just where do you want me to go?
There is no answer.
Damn it. Well, I don't want to get too far afield, so I'm gonna get back to the party.
All right, you go back through the kitchen and down into the barracks. You guys are all in the barracks. There's really, at this point, there's really only the kitchen or back into the library or out the windows.
Hey, undershirt guy.
Yeah,
I
what's
saw
up?
a mess hall that looks kind of like this room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. I'll check it out. I think what I noticed that Z came in Z came in last. And I'll be like, hey,
I'll just call you undershirt until you get a name.
fair and
I'll be hoodie.
hoodie.
Suit, grandma. All right.
No, let's not. Come on, let's not call. Let's not call her grandma. If anything, you look good for your age, ma'am.
Thank you. At least a respectable young person.
How about Red? You've got red hair. Red.
All
Yes.
right. Well, we'll call you Red then.
I'll take Red.
All right.
Okay,
That sounds good.
awesome. Zeke, saw something? Like I saw you come in last. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. When I was back in the barn, I was trying to make some more sense of it, maybe see some more things that remind me of myself, I guess. And I thought it was sport guy talking to me, but he was gone by the time I turned around, and it was like somebody was calling out to me, calling me somewhere. I tried to go figure out where it wanted me to go, but kind of lost the trail.
Huh. All right. And hoodie, you said there's like a room, right?
Yeah, it looked like a mess hall. Same style as this, and then there was a desert outside, I think.
Yeah, let's check it out. Sounds good.
All right, so hoodie and undershirt are heading back towards the mess hall.
Yes.
What's everybody else doing?
What do you think, Red?
Did Zeke tell us about the office space and the
Well,
windows?
he's there with you.
Yeah.
Did you, Zeke?
Come again?
Did you tell them about the office space?
No, I didn't get that much into details. I just kind of
Okay.
said that I was following where the name called me. But hey, Red, you said that you remembered you're in the woods or something like that?
Yeah.
Come here, there's a room over here outside the window. It's kind of like how you said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
So
Yeah.
Zeke and Red, Suit, are you going to stay there by yourself or?
No, I don't want to be by myself. I'll go with Red and see.
All right. All right. So hoodie and undershirt, you go back through the kitchen, back through the barn, and and then into the mess hall. Undershirt, when you walk into the mess hall, there is definitely an inkling of, I think I've been here before.
Yeah, I'm just taking the scene all in. Just see him nod like, yeah, it's familiar. It's like I've
The windows
been
are
here.
dark.
Okay, well, get looking.
I'm gonna.
We don't have all day.
I'm gonna look around. If I don't know if he can, Hoodie, if he can help, if you want to.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to look for.
Look for
It's your
anything.
memories, not mine.
All right. Undershirt, do a power roll.
All right. Oh, that is if I need to spend a luck, it'll be a hard success, but if not, it'll be regular success.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just a regular success.
All right.
You're looking around at various things. There's actually looks like there are games like checkers and chess and things that are on a little shelf. And as you sort of reach down and you're looking at them, a pack of cigarettes falls from in between them onto the ground. And as it hits the floor and turns sideways, it has your name written on the side in magic marker. What's your name?
I'll immediately pick it up. And is it a full pack of cigarettes?
Yes.
Awesome. You just see Undershirt looking at this pack of cigarettes, like, oh, nice. I got some cigarettes, and Slater. That's my last name, and Walter Slater. Yeah, that's my name.
That's such an old person name. I'm just gonna call you Undershirt.
Fair. Hey, if we can find a light, maybe we can share a cigarette.
No, I can't do that.
I
don't smoke.
It might be the last
that's
smoke
terrible for you. I'm gonna
last...
sip on my protein shake.
It might be the last smoke of your life if we are dreaming. But thanks for showing me the room, Hoodie. Let's see.
Well, I still gotta find like my shit, so
yeah, yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. I give like a big pat on the back.
Don't touch me. Let's meet up with the rest of the group because I don't want to get lost here.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's go see where the others are going. What did they say where they were going?
So, Red, is this your cubicle paradise?
It feels a little familiar to you, Red. You definitely recognize the trees in the forest outside.
It feels familiar.
You didn't happen to be a bureaucrat in your former life, were you?
I don't know. I feel like I'd be a much more honest person than that.
This doesn't look like a fancy office. It looks like an office where about 20 people would work.
Okay.
Well, let's start digging around.
Yeah, can I just kind of get a feel for the space and see if like you know how like you go to the same office for this every day for 10 years and you can kind of walk there blindfolded. Can I like
do a power roll.
Ooh, that is an extreme success.
Yeah, at the moment you think there's something seriously missing. The noise is missing. But as you think that, you can imagine the noise. It's quite noisy in here. There's lots of people talking. There's banging noises like people typing on keyboards and lots of movement, people running around, people pinning things to the walls, people looking at them, somebody yelling, not in anger, but just loudly over the noise. Yeah, that's sort of what you get out of it.
I don't think I was a bureaucrat. I think this might have been like a newspaper office or something like that. I kind of get that feel that, it was a very lively place. Lots of action and activity.
So maybe you were a journalist or an editor or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
let's look
know.
around. Maybe we'll find something with a name on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Julian, do a spot hidden for me as you're looking around.
Okay. And let's see, where is that on my I'm gonna add 50 to that one.
Okay.
Okay, and that is a hard success.
There is a stapler that seems to stand out. You like that stapler. That is a beautiful, bright red swing line stapler. And you head right over to it. And you think to yourself, if I had this stapler, I would have written my name on the bottom of it, so that nobody would steal it. And in fact, you pick it up and your name is written on the bottom of it in magic marker. What's your name?
Oh. My name is Laurel McCoy.
Oh, Laurel.
Nice
Okay.
name.
Better than red. Laurel McCoy.
Yep, and this is my stapler.
Wow. So who were you?
I am Laurel McCoy, and this is my stapler.
Nothing comes back to you guys when you found your item. Nothing.
I must have been
I was hoping.
I don't know, farm boy, I guess.
Yeah.
Laurel and Zeke, do power rolls for me.
Ooh,
Success.
that is a 97. That is a failure.
Okay. Zeke, how well of a success did you get?
Regular. Just normal.
Okay. As you are quite pleased with yourself, and Laurel is smiling, and you're smiling back, there is this noise, this sort of feeling that sort of wafts over you, and you're not sure if it's the lights in the office or what, but something about them seems painfully bright. Like you have to squint your eyes because the light from the fluorescence is hurting them. It's irritating your eyes. And you hear this strange beeping noise. And Laurel, as you're looking at Zeke, for a moment, his eyes sort of roll up into his head and he begins to reel backwards, but he suddenly comes out of it and stops himself before he falls. And everything is back.
Laura, how do you work in a place like this? God,
Are you okay? Are you okay?
The brightness seems to have diminished.
Your eyes rolled and you started to wobble like you were going to fall down.
I had some kind of a bad turn. It was all this loud, bright lights and the noise. Like it. Again, how could you ever work in an office that's like this? God, it was overwhelming.
Wait, do you want to have a seat? I mean, do you want to sit down for a minute?
I think I'm okay. I just need to gather myself. But you didn't hear or see any of that?
See what? No.
The lights and the noise?
No, I didn't. No. I believe you. I believe you because
It's like maybe a whirring or beeping and really like a. You ever go to the dentist and there's just like they put the lights right on you, like
yeah,
trying to blind you? It's like that. It was
it's weird.
some sort of a beeping. And I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm not sure. I don't beeping, bright lights.
Like in a hospital?
Yeah, like those. I don't. Very.
Did you smell anything? I know that's weird.
Did I?
Not that you can remember.
I don't think so. It was mostly just a light and just these beeping and just. Gosh, it was just too much. I don't
I
know.
think Zeke, you've been in a hospital before. Maybe you've seen a show. The beeping of the monitors. Did it sound like that, or was it like more urgent beeping? That sound that seems like all hospital monitors seem to have.
It could have been like one of those machines, like all those beeps that have the lines,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I could really put money on
that's
that.
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Did it have like a beat to it, like a tempo? Like
Was
it
there a
like
rhythm?
Yeah. It wasn't a very quick rhythm.
Yeah, it was kind of slow. A slow rhythm.
That just makes me think of like a hospital. Like you're in a hospital.
Are we? Hmm. Am I-
A hospital?
could we?
is there other doors in this office space?
There are four of them. I mean, three of them: north, south, and east. Well, let's jump back to Alex and our Hoodie. And Hoodie, where are you?
So we're in the mess hall, just
That's right.
identified Undershirt's real name. And I'd like to make my way back to the main group.
And I'm going to follow since
Okay.
we're done here.
You find that when you go back through the mess hall, back to the barn, back to the kitchen, and you can see in one direction is the barracks, and then the other direction is the office where they all are.
I want to test something. So the door I just left from the door to the kitchen, I'm going to shut it and then open it again.
Okay. When you open it again, it is in fact the room that you think.
Okay, so there is object permanence. Great. I'll wander into the office and really just in a daze, ignoring everyone. I'm just going to open up the next door, maybe to the east.
Okay. Do a 1d6.
1.
Right. You open up the door and it opens to a long, narrow hallway. Looks like it goes maybe 30 or 40 feet down. There are windows on the right-hand side. That as you look out of them, it is frozen and icy outside. On the left-hand side of the room is a long, large trophy case that seems to have a lot of trophies in it.
Oh. Maybe my
And
name's
a
on one of
door
these.
at the far end.
I'm going to examine the trophy cases.
Okay. Do a power roll.
Sure. I'm going to spend 1 point to pass.
Okay. Indeed, you find one of the trophies. It is an athletics trophy for swimming, and
Great.
it has your name on it. What is your name?
My name is Dominic Bishop.
Hmm.
I'm beaming with pride. I'm clutching the trophy. It's me. This is my trophy.
Yeah. And I just hold up like, here's my pack of cigarettes, has my name on it too. Walter
That's
Slayton.
why I don't smoke. #1 swimmer, baby.
Makes sense for you obsessed with protein shakes and whatnot. Body built for it.
All right, all that's left is suit, right?
Yeah. I don't want to open any more doors. The last door I opened, it was just a void.
We did.
That was the wrong
Maybe-
door.
Maybe if you think about or maybe not thinking, actually.
Maybe
Might be
that's
the
what
way
it
to
that's
go.
it. You guys didn't really think about anything when you opened these doors, right? Maybe that's what I'll just try.
We just
And-
gotta keep opening doors.
And also
Yeah.
remember, we thought about like a way out. Let's not do that because we already know the result.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, let's find your suit. Let's find your identity.
Is it just the one door left?
Oh no, this room just has one door at the other end of
It's a
this
hallway.
1d6, please.
5.
You go to the door. How are you going to open it? Just open it?
Cautiously, yeah. Just thinking about my last experience, and I'm like kind of slowly opening it.
All right.
You got this. You got this.
You brace yourself, I guess, say.
Yes.
You start to turn the knob, and immediately there is a rushing wind that starts sucking in through the crack of the door. Do a luck roll.
Oh,
Oh dear. Everyone or just me?
Just you.
That's failure.
Okay. You let the doorknob go. It flies open. It is once again a void. Does anybody want to try to grab her?
yeah. I was
Yes.
sort of.
You can do a dex roll too, Holly.
Oh
You
yeah.
can do a dex roll with a bonus because you were bracing yourself.
Yeah, I was kind of ready.
That's a
for this.
success.
And
That's a
so
success.
Yeah,
she's-
you can definitely brace yourself. For a moment, you look out into the void, and there is nothing out there.
Close it! Close it!
We're closing it. Like
I'm not opening any more doors!
You should not open doors.
Yeah, maybe like capitalism is bad or something.
That's the message here.
I
Dominic,
think so.
that
Yeah.
you said what you said your name was?
Yep.
okay. The doors.
Right, you close the door. There's no
Why
other
don't-
way out
why don't we
except the
let,
windows.
Laurel open the doors from now on.
I'm
I
gonna,
haven't opened the door yet. I should try opening a door. Maybe I'll have better luck.
I'm gonna put my ear against that door that Soup just opened and see if I can hear like rushing.
You're gonna put your ear up against the door that she just opened. Do a listen.
All right. I'm gonna make that a 50. That would be a hard success.
You definitely hear something, but it sounds more like flapping than it does like anything else.
Like of wings.
Like something flapping like wings in the void.
Is there a window beside this door at all?
There is. The whole right-hand side of the room has multiple windows looking out.
I'm gonna cautiously look out the window and see if there's something outside the door.
Okay. Are you going to open the window? Look outside.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a winter wasteland out there.
It is.
This is what I
It-
remember.
It is an icy. It looks like you might be somewhere high up. There are definitely mountains in the distance, but in this case, it looks like it's solid ice, cracked and damaged. And there is still that light off towards the left and the fall off on the right into the void.
I don't see anything that would make
No.
that flapping noise.
No, nothing. Well, are you going to look up?
Yeah, I'm gonna see as much as I can see.
Okay. Yeah, there's still something up there in the sky moving around. Do a spot hidden.
I'm gonna spend 5 luck. Make that a
Okay.
regular.
Okay. This time, as you're looking, maybe it's because there's a bit of aurora borealis in the sky that sort of lights the sky up periodically. But there is something up there, maybe no more than 100 feet up there. It seems to be circling around. The more that you look at it, the more that it kind of looks like a devil, like a little spindly armed devil with a long whippy tail and big bat wings and horns on its head. But it's completely black. But that's the shape that you're seeing. You can do a sanity roll.
A success.
Okay, you're fine. You're a little shocked, but yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
What is it?
suit. I think that door you opened, there's. I don't know what that thing is, but that thing, remember I was showing you outside, up in the air?
Yeah.
I think it's out there. It's got wings and a tail and kind of looks like. You're going to make fun of me, but the devil.
I
Wait,
don't think there's anything to make fun of. This whole, like, this is all just beyond explanation at this point.
Okay, we don't have to go that way. There's plenty of doors.
yeah.
I could hear flapping out there that sounded like wings.
Okay, you're freaking me out, man.
Well, yeah,
I-
things out there. That's why it's freaking you
Okay,
out.
yeah.
But I like the idea that you listen to the door. How about the next door that Laura was going to pick? Let's listen first and then open it.
Yeah, we have to go down this hallway back where we came from to the office. There should be some more doors there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I may be
So
a
we
corn
can do-
cob, but I'm not stupid.
All right, lead the way, Laurel.
Okay.
All right, you head back to the office. There is, in fact, a north and a south door.
Okay. South.
I'm gonna get ready to grab onto her if she gets sucked out.
Now, this room, as you're in it, you can see out the windows is the woods. Right. Which
We're
one?
looking
North,
for a
north, or
city,
south?
huh?
South.
So, all right. Do a 1d6.
6.
Okay. This door opens, and despite the fact that there are windows on this wall where there is doors, the door creaks open. You look down inside, and it's as if you were on a stage in a lecture hall. There is a flat area that you are opening up onto. It's fairly well lit from various points, and you can see that there are row after row of increasingly, higher, what would look like students' desks going up towards the top. There is a layer of dust, though, that is on everything, as if nobody's cleaned this room in a long time. I'm sorry, did you go south or north?
South.
Yeah, okay.
So, Suit, were you a
Does this feel
college
familiar?
professor?
Does this feel familiar to me, Tom?
Do a power roll.
Yes, that's a hard. Nope, just regular.
Okay. Well, you look around and you so want it to be something familiar, but it just doesn't seem familiar. There are a couple of windows in this room, but they've been blacked over
Mm.
to make it, more like a theater. It's almost like a theater, but there are doors in the back that you can see, a number of doors that would lead into this, I guess, a lecture hall. Everybody do a spot hidden though.
Hard.
Fail.
Okay.
Got a regular success.
Okay. We'll give it to the hards. As you guys are standing there and looking, Suit and Zeke, you notice that there seems to be a bit of a trail that's gone through the dust. It's gone across the stage and back towards those doors. But there seems to be like a black, semi-transparent, gooey substance in the shape of shoe prints that's in the dust.
Could I make a natural world check to see if I can identify that?
You could just do a spot hidden if you want to look closer.
Nope.
I would like to try to identify the substance.
Okay.
Chemistry.
Chemistry roll.
That is a hard success.
Well, as you look at it close, it's got kind of a, it's very black, but you know how when black sort of thins out, oil thins out, it's got that kind of a sickly yellow color. It's kind of like that. And as you're looking at it, you realize that it's dripping, but it's not dripping down. It's dripping up. And the little drips form on the edges of it and sort of waft into the air. And after a couple of inches, they just vanish into nothingness. And after a few moments, the oil is all gone. It seems to have evaporated. And there's a nasty smell like sulfur in the air.
But liquids do not do that. I don't know much, but I know my chemistry. Liquids do not do that.
Do what?
Yeah.
It just dripping up. That doesn't make any sense.
Do we want to ask ourselves whose room is this? Because it's not mine or Zeke's or Walter's or Laurel's, and it's not yours either, Suit.
No, it's not. This isn't
You think
my
it's
room.
connected to the library?
Suit, do a
Started
sanity roll.
You think it's
too. Yeah, it's extreme stuff.
Because this is like a college lecture room, and then the other one would look like a college library.
Are we being observed? Is this like, are people watching us or something? Is this a study?
Wait, didn't we
Wait.
find a name in the library?
yeah, the Adventures
Lance
Croatia.
Ellis.
Lance, is this Lance Ellis's room?
Is it?
So if there's a trail here through the dust, and this liquid is evaporating or whatever, it's gone now. That means something had to have just come through here. I'm gonna follow the trail.
Are we being observed? Is that what this is?
I mean, I didn't see any cameras, Suit.
Swiveling around at this point.
Yeah.
Suit, did you pass that sanity roll?
I did. Yes, extreme.
Okay.
The windows you said are blacked out. Are
They've been
they
blacked out.
Are they removable blacked out material?
They've been painted black, so it looks like you could probably open them up. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna open the windows.
Careful, it might be like the other doors that led to.
I'm gonna be right next to Laurel. Like,
Yeah, hold on.
I'm right
hold
here.
on to me.
Okay, so Laurel and Walter and Dominic are heading towards the windows,
I am as well.
and Zeke is heading towards the lecture hall door that comes into the lecture hall. Doors, actually, there are 4 of them.
Is that where the trail goes?
Yes.
What if we're part of some study? Some like university study or something.
I'm thinking you're right. There's got to be like something.
Let's open the window. Let's see.
All right. So you go to the windows and you lift them up. And as you do, there is a chilly sort of night breeze. And what you are looking at again is to mountains with grass outside the window and little wildflowers just peeking up. No snow, but it's cold. And way off towards the left, you see that glowing light. If you haven't seen the light yet, do a power roll.
That is a regular pass.
Regular pass for me.
Okay. But Suit, you failed?
I failed.
Okay. Suit, you have a very strong compulsion to climb out the window and go see what that goddamn light is.
I'm so sick of that. That must be where they are, right? They're in some kind of observation booth. There's like a two-way window. They're watching us, and I'm climbing out of the window. So
No. And I'm gonna like
We're both of it, I guess. Whoa, Suit, hold on.
Suit, you can do a strength roll. The rest of you can do brawl rolls to see if you can grapple her in.
I'm gonna stop this crazy lady.
That's a failure on my part.
Ooh, that is
I got a
fail.
hard. I got a hard.
Oh,
Okay.
I got to fail, unfortunately. But
Dominic, the athlete, has a hold of you. He's not letting you go out the window.
Just let me. It's some kind of conspiracy or something. I'm telling you. Let me go.
Sorry, lady. I don't think this is any like X-Files kind of thing, but that's bad.
Holly,
That's bad.
Suit, as you are hanging sort of out of the window to a spot hidden for me.
I'll spend the 3 points left to make it a regular success.
Okay. The lecture hall is kind of shaped what you'd expect for a lecture hall. It's like part of a university, only there are no other buildings. There's just the lecture hall. As you look up, at first you sort of think that it has rather ornate, sort of Gothic style architecture, but something's wrong about that because it's not Gothic. It's not Gothic architecture. But right above you, sitting on the edge of the roof, is definitely a gargoyle with its wings spread out. It's painted black, and there's no face at all, just smooth. Do a sanity roll.
Gargoyle. Let's pass.
Yeah, it's you think that it's made out of stone. You think that it's carved into the building, and then it moves.
It moves.
It moves, and it leaps
Oh my God.
it leaps into the sky and starts circling the way it was before. Now you've seen what Zeke has seen. Startles you, but you don't have any sanity loss.
Yeah, I kind of back away from the window. Listen to me. This is like that movie. Do you remember that movie that came out a few years ago? Was it? Gosh, it's probably been much longer than a few years ago. The Truman Show, right? This is some Truman Show bullshit. I feel like, what if we just keep going toward the horizon, and eventually we're just going to hit the set piece, right? This is someone's messing with us.
Speaking of which, do you know where Zeke went?
Zeke's going up to the door. He's about to reach it.
Okay. I just forgot if he told us if he's going to do that. Well,
just get a hold of yourself, Sue.
We just keep going and
get a hold of yourself. Let's stick together.
Right? That light is probably like a stage light or something.
I'm gonna close the window.
Okay.
I'm going to see where Zeke is going.
Zeke goes. He's walked up the center aisle to the door. It's actually kind of those push bar doors. Are you just going to open it, or?
I'm going to listen first, because Zeke heard a bit of a scuffle over there and kind of saw what was going on, but doesn't really know, so he's kind of...
You put your ear up against it, and the second you touch your ear to it, you definitely hear something. Sounds like crying, weeping. Not a woman, but a man in extreme distress, panting, crying out but you're hearing it muffled through the door. There's definitely something in there.
I'm going to open it.
Right? Do a 1d6.
2.
All right. You open the door, and what you are looking into is it looks like a very large basement. There are small windows up high, little rectangular ones up high. The room is completely filled with filing cabinets and stacks of newspaper that go almost from floor to ceiling. There is definitely something in here that is crying. And you can see for a moment these black tarry footprints going off into the stacks. And they are slowly evaporating into the air.
What is it? What are you seeing?
Hey, in there. You all right?
You call out.
Mm-hmm.
A voice goes, oh God, like this. And suddenly you can see a couple towers of newspaper come crashing down as whatever it is runs to the far door and just flings it open and runs through.
Hey, I chase him.
Okay. You chase him. So from everybody else, you've seen him run into the room. You guys are still by the window.
Somebody. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you think you found someone though?
Yeah, I'm gonna chase him chasing someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, we all go.
So Zeke, you run forward and you get to the door, and when you look into the door, through the door, it seems to be kind of like a very wealthy man's study. There are bookcases, finer bookcases than you've seen before. There's a fireplace that's, blazing with flame, lighting up the room. As you look in, you see this figure. It seems to be black and composed of this gooey substance that's dripping on the floor, and it's leaving a trail as it goes. It moves in a very strange manner, almost as if it's struggling to move itself because its bones have dissolved. It's rubbery and it's floppy as it's trying to move, and it's screaming out with a human voice, "Oh God, oh God, I can't take it." And it is trying to run to the door on the far side of the study.
Oh, no, you don't. Am I faster than it?
What's your speed?
Move is 7.
Yeah. It's about the same. So you're keeping somewhat of a distance from it. But before it can get to the other side, we'll say that Dominic, who's probably very fast, catches up quickly. Walter's behind him. Were you also coming, Walter? Yeah. And the other two trailing behind a little bit. Before it gets to the other door, there is a sudden crashing noise as something comes through one of the windows in the study. It smashes into the room. Outside, it seems to be, it's nighttime, so you can't really see what's outside, but you think it's the mountains. Whatever it is crashes through the window. It flings itself across the room. You can see huge bat wings as it does. And this black gargoyle thing lands on top of the oily man and begins ripping it to shreds with gigantic claws. The man screaming in agony as this thing is literally you realize that the oily thing, has holes all over it, like if you had, what's that phobia, tryptophobia. It has holes all over in its oily body, and the thing is reaching into the holes and tearing its insides out and flinging them all over the place. Do a sanity roll, everybody who sees this.
It's a success.
Failure.
All right.
No.
All right. If you failed, do a 1d6.
6.
3.
3. Holly, do an intelligence roll.
That was a fail, 94. All right.
Well, that's good. Holly, you are absolutely terrified, and you sort of fall backwards onto the floor and move away from what you were seeing. You have a very tight sort of feeling, like you think you're going to have a heart attack. Your chest is tight, and it feels like there's a great deal of pain. Laurel, you're feeling kind of the same thing. You probably let out a scream as you back up, and you have this sort of tight feeling in your chest. And I'll get back to the two of you. What is Dominic, Zeke, and Walter doing?
Zeke is going to take cover.
I'm in fight or flight mode, and this guy's getting attacked. So
He's getting ripped to shreds.
I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
If there is, are we that? How far are we from the door? Is it possible we just get out?
You just sort of came through the door. The door's right behind you.
I'm just gonna go out the door. Just go behind it.
Okay.
At least get out of the room. That's what I'm gonna do.
Zeke and Dominic, you're hiding in the study, and Walter is running back through the door into the lecture hall.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, the lecture hall. Laurel and Suit, you guys are terrified. What are you going to do? You guys are in the lecture hall.
Is the pain is still there?
Yeah. It feels like your chest itches or burns a little.
Is it like excruciating? Can I stand up, or is it like I'm doubled over in
No, you
pain?
can stand up. Yeah.
I'm probably scrambling, just trying to get as far away from that as I can.
Which direction then do you want to go?
Probably just based like on instinct, and I'm not thinking too much. I'm in pain, so I'm just backing away, which would, I think, put me just
going back towards the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, Laurel, you're with her.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep my distance away from that.
Laurel and Suit, do spot hiddens for me.
Ooh, that was good. That's good. That is a hard success.
Okay. Suit, you don't notice. You're too scared to notice. Laurel, you notice that cracks are appearing in the structure of the lecture hall. The big, gigantic one just went all the way across. You feel the dust falling down as if the building itself were starting to fall apart. Walter, as you enter the lecture hall, you definitely can see that parts of the lecture hall are falling apart. The windows are cracking. The building itself is beginning to deteriorate. Some of the chairs are falling apart. Dominic and Zeke, this gargoyle thing, tears this guy completely apart, flings his body all over, and then as quickly it turns and it's completely faceless, no face, and it leaps back through the window and takes flight. But the study around you is falling apart. The things that were on the bookcases are turning to dust. The wooden structure of the room is cracking and beams are beginning to fall. The whole room is beginning to crack, and you start to see through the cracks. There is just a black void on the other side. What do you do?
We need to get to a door. Quick.
I don't know if I want to go to that door past where that guy just.
I'm just going to a door.
Do you want to go back the way you came?
Forward is the closest door that's out of this collapsing room.
It's probably the closest door.
Yeah. I think that was Lance, and we need to go because his room is gone.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
The two of you do dex rolls.
Easy.
Do you spend luck on those?
Sure.
All right.
I'll let you spend luck on them.
I got an extreme.
All right. Regular with the luck.
All right. You both manage to get out of the study before it completely falls apart and crumbles into the void. However, you are now in the lecture hall, and it is in the process of falling apart and disintegrating into the void.
Keep going.
I will have you once again do a dex roll because you've got to cross the entire room to get to that other door.
I rolled a 100.
Okay.
Can I catch him?
Well,
grab onto his hand?
you roll your dex first.
All right. I got a hard.
Okay. As you guys are scrambling, a large beam from the ceiling comes crashing down and it lands on Zeke, and it pins him to the ground.
Dominic.
Dominic, you're going to try to lift it off of him?
Hang in there, buddy.
Go ahead and do a strength roll.
Oh, boy. I'll spend 4 points to make it a hard.
Okay. You managed to pull the thing up high enough to where Zeke can scramble out.
Oh!
Zeke, you can take 1d4 of damage.
All right. 2.
2 points of damage. And you both go scrambling, and you just manage to get to the door and sort of leap through it as the whole thing falls into the void and the door slams shut behind you.
You saved my life, Dominic.
Yeah. You can thank me once we get out of this. And
you guys are back in
oh god,
Laurel's office.
Oh god, if I think that's if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, I'm gonna open the door a bit, just a smidge, the one we just jumped out of. Is it just the black void again?
Yeah, and if you brace yourself,
it,
you manage to slam it closed. Yes, it is the sucking void.
All the empty rooms are the memories of dead people now.
I'd like Dominic and Zeke both to do sanity rolls because that was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's bad. This is bad. I rolled an 82. That's
97.
Oh. Have you both roll 1d4s for sanity damage?
4.
I rolled a 4.
4 and 4. I'm going to write that down. You feel as you roll on the floor, you see the others. You feel a great tightness in your chest, as if the muscles inside were clenching as you're laying there.
Do I hear hospital noises?
You don't.
Okay. I'm gonna try to calm myself.
But something. Do it. How many people took sanity damage there.
Yeah.
Four of you did, right? Yeah, because Nell got some too. Walter got some. If you took sanity damage, do a luck roll.
Oh, I didn't lose sanity at all.
Oh wait, then it was Laurel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Success.
a sanity roll. Do a
Oh
luck.
God, I rolled a 99. Not a fumble,
Failure.
a fail.
Yep. A pass.
Okay. Laurel. You do you have ample bosoms? Your character?
I think they would be adequate.
Adequate bosoms. You feel something moving under your shirt or whatever you're wearing.
I'm gonna go for it and just like try to see what. Yeah, I'm like digging through my clothes.
You reach inside, trying to feel, without looking. You can feel your skin sort of moving, and the tip of one of your fingers, you can feel kind of a ridge, kind of a wrinkled ridge, and then the tip of your finger slips into a hole in your chest, and it feels like a sphincter. You can do a sanity roll.
That is just a pass.
Okay. It's enough to make you freak the hell out.
And
There is definitely a hole where there shouldn't be one.
and I'm like, suit.
What?
I need you to. I'm gonna actually look and see, and I'm like, is there a hole here?
There is a ring of muscle tissue that looks very much like a sphincter, like a butthole. And it is pulsing, and it is opening and closing. And yeah.
I'm gonna make a sanity roll. I feel like I need
What
to
is it?
sanity
Make
roll.
a sanity roll.
What is it? Oh my God! What is it?
Honestly, the moment Laurel was in there, Walter's just looking away.
Yeah, I failed.
Yeah. Then just take 1 point of damage. Okay. But when you take that 1 point of damage, you feel something on your own breast moving.
Oh no. And I'm looking. Is it the same?
No, you have 7 of them.
No. Get it off of me. Get it off of me. No.
And let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, good for
Oh my God!
horrifying.
2 minutes later.
All right, so you're standing there in horror as you see that you have 7 of these things. They're not all right on your chest, but they're kind of spread out. And they are opening and closing. They seem to have some depth to them. You don't know why your insides aren't leaking out, but they're not. What does everybody else want to do when you see the 2 ladies freaking out?
I mean, Walter would not say anything. He's just going to look away the moment that Laurel starts digging her bosom. He's just like, no, this is rude. He's just going to turn his head and cross his shoulders when
Dominic and Zeke.
Yeah, I'd
see
be
these-
looking.
I'm not looking.
Yeah.
It's rude to look at what ladies are doing with their bosoms.
I'm rude.
You're looking. All right, do some sanity rolls for the two of you if you're looking. I don't know if Zeke is looking, but
I passed.
Dominic is looking.
I don't think there's a way around it. Eventually, he's going to see. If you match it, is that a success?
Yeah,
That's a success.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's disgusting.
Right. So you don't lose any sanity. However, instinctively, when you see this, you grab your own chest and you realize there's something under there moving around as well.
Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm just pouring out the rest of my protein shake.
Zeke, you're sticking your hand in your shirt. You think you have 4 of them. And there's something, do a natural world for me.
Nope.
Okay. They definitely feel very much like a sphincter. But you can put your finger into them. You can feel the warmth and the sort of sausage-like texture inside, but you can't find the end of the hole. It seems to go in all the way.
Is there anything plastic, like a plastic bag or anything anywhere nearby?
Sure, trash bag around the one of the trash cans in the office.
All right, Zeke's mind is going to go back to his, I guess, basic first aid knowledge, and he's going to try to put a plastic over there because he's thinking, this is a pneumothorax. Like, I'm not going to be able to breathe.
Yeah, your breathing doesn't seem to be affected. You're going to put the plastic over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Something rather strange happens. The plastic seems to be pulled into the wound as if they were sucking.
Oh, no.
Do we all see that? At this point, Walter has to roll sanity.
Yeah, you're all freaked out. Yeah, Walter, you roll sanity.
Because
No.
oh, that's a fail.
Right. You pull it out, but you realize that it went in about 2 inches.
I failed on the sanity roll. Home.
Just take 1 point of damage.
Oh, right.
Holy fucking shit.
What on God's green earth?
Oh, roll a d4 on, or just 1 point?
Just take 1 point.
Okay, all right.
You kind of knew what you were expecting to see.
Yeah.
You could brace yourself.
I think
roll medicine.
You were going to say something, Dominic?
Yeah, I think that the creature with the holes is the end result of whatever this is. So let's not have that happen to us. That was probably Lance.
You guys can't hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking and no one was saying anything.
Oh, we didn't hear you.
Oh, we didn't hear the first part.
Oh, could I make a medicine roll?
Sure.
I will assign that as a 60. If that is okay. I know
Sure.
it's a little bit on the fly. All right. It's a 39, so not quite a hard, but it is a success.
Okay. Well, at first it doesn't seem possible, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of tearing or wound. It seems almost like a natural hole. Do you examine it? Do you look at it more closely?
I'm like, Laurel, just let me look at it.
Okay.
Do you use anything to probe it?
I have cigarettes.
You had plastic. You had a plastic something, right, Zeke?
He had
Yeah.
a bag, plastic
Yeah, I'll
bag.
kind of like make a makeshift glove. It's not perfect, but
Is there
yeah,
something
some
that
kinda like
you'd
thin.
want to use to examine it?
Big wrench.
If
Look, I have a
like,
pack of
if
cigarettes.
only I had a.
right.
Wait, Zeke, what about we go back to your workshop? You have tools there, right?
Why don't we just open a drawer and then like imagine something we need in it, right? That worked for the protein shake. Here, what do you need?
Pliers.
I don't.
Pliers? Okay, I'll open up a
No
drawer.
pliers. What's wrong with you? No.
Do I find pliers?
I don't-
Do a power roll if you're
Okay.
looking for pliers.
That's a pass.
You open them up, and sure enough, there are a pair of pliers. However, when you open up that drawer, you felt like you were suddenly drained a little. You have it costs you 1 magic point.
Okay. Look,
I'm looking at
Yes, there
pliers.
they are.
Sterile instruments, like a one of those long cotton swabs you see at the doctor's office where it's
Look,
like
why don't
wrapped
you
up in a
open the
little
drawer?
plastic.
You know exactly
Oh,
what
yes,
you
I
want.
will. This is what I want.
I don't like the idea of how we're going to play a game of Operation
No, that's a
on each
nightmare.
other.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
What you find, Suit, when you open it up, is a long chopstick. You don't find what you wanted.
I'll take it. Okay, just be still for a minute, Laurel.
Okay.
This all feels maybe
I-
somewhat familiar.
Are you-
Whatever your ladies are doing, I'm just going to look away.
Are you gonna?
Just I'm trying to figure out what this is, okay? Just be still for a minute.
This is really gross.
So, what are you going to do with the chopstick and the hole?
Probe it. We're gonna
Okay.
see. Yeah. Does it
Um,
hurt? Does this hurt, Laurel?
It does not hurt at all. Wait, are you doing this to Laurel
Yes.
or to yourself?
No, I'm doing this to
Okay.
Laurel.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
She'll
a
let
little,
me.
that's a little
But she'll
different.
let me.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah, Laurel, you don't feel any pain. You can feel the chopstick against your skin. Holly, do a spot hidden for me.
Boy. No, I'm just failing every roll. No, it's a fail.
Do you want to use luck on it?
That is way more luck. than I
Okay.
should
Is
say.
anybody else assisting?
No.
No.
Well, I
Okay.
mean,
I'm
I'm
looking
there.
away.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm
Holly,
there.
Holly, Suit, as you are probing it, you realize that you say to Laurel, say, tell me when you can feel it,
Mhm.
and you start pushing the chopstick into her, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and at this point it should be sticking out
What?
her back.
You're not feeling this at all?
You don't feel it at all.
No.
Do a dexterity
I'm-
roll for me, Suit.
No.
You fail.
I failed.
You accidentally let it go, and it gets sucked into the hole, and it's gone.
Okay, no more messing around with this.
What the hell did you do?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What happened? I was
We're
not
gonna die
looking.
here. We're gonna die here, and I don't even know my own name.
Let's get out to the library.
We just need to keep opening doors. Maybe the library is not even there anymore because that belonged to Lance or the guy.
There were 2 other doors there because you went to the. Was it the?
I don't think
east
it
or the north?
matters what door we go through as long as we go through a door.
What's the door that's left other than the one the room's been eviscerated?
You're in the office. There is still a door to the north
Yeah, let's do
in the
that.
office.
I'm just gonna go and open it. I just need to be away from this horrible scene.
When you say that, are you just going to go and open it? and hope
I'm
there's
gonna
no
open
void.
carefully.
Do a 1d6.
3.
Okay. This door opens. There is an immediate smell of kind of a sickly, sweet sort of smell, but not a pleasant, sickly, sweet sort of smell. The room has a number of large metal tables in it. It's fairly dark. There are windows looking onto an outside landscape, and there is a great deal of chemical hardware and paraphernalia that is everywhere. However, it doesn't seem like the place is very sanitary or clean when you open it.
Suit, is this your room? Just please say yes.
Do a power roll for me, Suit.
That is a pass. Let me see how much of a pass it is. It is I'll spend the 3 luck to make it a hard.
Okay. Yeah. Now this seems a little familiar. But
Yeah.
this doesn't look like a professional laboratory. It looks like this equipment's all been bought separately and it's come together and but something tells you could probably guess based on your knowledge that you might be able to figure out what's going on here.
I'm gonna start looking around.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Anything that looks familiar or feels familiar.
Okay. Do a power roll.
That's an 08 extreme.
You're looking around. There seems to be a small, I guess it's a safe on the wall, and for some reason, you know the combination.
Oh. Yeah, doing numbers or dial, whatever it is.
It's a dial.
Yeah.
You flip the dial. Inside is a passport
What's the nationality?
and a wad of cash. It's an American passport, and it has your name inside of it.
Tess. That's my name. Tess. Caraway. Oh, that feels a little bit better. This feels right.
Yeah, did it make the holes disappear? No.
The wad of cash in there looks like it's $10,000 in $100 bills.
Doing with all this money.
Medical malpractice, probably.
And man, your place is interesting, Tess.
Yeah.
What was I doing here?
I don't know.
This?
I don't want to know what you're doing here, to be honest.
You want to roll your chemistry roll?
Yeah, sure. Regular success.
Yeah, this is a drug lab. This is where somebody's been making meth and other illegal drugs.
Oh my God. Oh. Well, I'm not sharing that with anybody. Let's worry about getting out of here, I think, right? Let's get out of here.
Do you look out any of the windows?
Yeah, I do want to know if it's familiar to me, this landscape.
Yeah, it looks like you are in the middle of a city. There are buildings and skyscrapers around you. There are no people out there. There are no lights on, but there is a glow off towards the left, and everything drops off to the right.
What do we do?
In the
What do we
drug
do?
lab, there is only an east door going out of it. Or
I'm
you
not
can
touching any more doors.
Or you can go back into the office.
I mean, we might as well. I mean, we've recovered our memories. Maybe the next door will just lead out.
I'll get it.
Hopefully.
Okay, Zeke. Embrace. At least listen to the door first. Like last time.
Hold on to me, Dominic.
Holly,
I'm holding.
Tess, as they're approaching that door, I want you to do a listen to them.
Oh, you know what? I will take the opportunity to. What's the base on listen? 20. I'll make that a 50.
Okay.
59. I'll spin the luck on it. Yeah.
Okay. As you're standing there, they're all moving towards that door and talking. You hear a voice. It sounds like it's coming from back behind you, somewhere in the complex of rooms that you've passed through. You think it's yelling, Tess, Tess,
Who's there?
Tess.
Who's there? Who is that?
Sounds too far away, but it's somewhere out there.
And it's sorry, where is it coming from? Like
back towards the let's see where you are. Back towards
the library.
Yeah, well, back into the buildings, probably the office or the kitchen or somewhere back there.
I'm gonna turn and kind of like slowly walk in that direction. Hello?
Nothing.
You talking to us?
Something is calling my name. I swear, something's calling my name. Do I still hear it?
It's gone quiet, but it was
Somebody was calling my
Something
name.
echoed all the way over here.
That's like what happened to me.
Do we want to follow it?
I can't even hear it anymore.
I lost its trail before.
Where was it coming from, Tess?
It was like from the main area. Did it sound familiar to me? Like a voice I've heard before?
Yeah, a little bit. You can't remember if it was a man or a woman, maybe a woman, maybe a man. It was high pitched.
Right. It was a familiar voice. I can't hear it anymore. Let's see what that door is. I'm not touching it.
So we just keep wandering. Do we have any other plans?
We found our identities, but now we need to find our way out, or at least get away from whatever that ripped Lance apart.
What if the light is the answer, right? What do you guys think? Do you think the light is the answer?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's
Trouble is, if we go out, that thing's out there.
Maybe we should explore. Let's finish opening all the doors, exploring everything we can. And if there's no forward path, maybe that's the answer.
How many doors do we think there are?
Yeah, it seems infinite. The layout doesn't make any sense.
we're lucid dreaming.
What if the cell is the way out, the prison cell? What if we find an instrument that could help us loosen the bars or something?
Yeah, someone just wished for like a chainsaw.
Like a sledgehammer or something. Yeah.
Yes. Tess, what sort of item would you like to find that would help you to do that?
Yeah, I guess like a sledgehammer.
Angle grinder.
I don't know what would.
Power roll.
Or what? Yes. Yeah,
Angle grinder.
Angle grinder. Zeke's shouting it at me, and I'm like, yes, an angle grinder.
Anyone know how to use a gun?
A what roll? I'm sorry, Tom.
A power roll.
I'll spend the 6 luck to make it a hard.
All right. You feel a sudden drain. You can lose a point of your magic points. And you notice in your lab there against the wall is a large sledgehammer.
Look.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Angle grinder.
Angle grinder. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, we can use those on the bars and leave.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm gonna ask Santa Claus for a sledgehammer. I'm gonna look for a sledgehammer.
Okay. Do a power roll.
All right, that's a pass.
Um, you walk over. There seems to be something lying on the ground in a corner. It's not a sledgehammer. It's brightly colored, though. When you go over and you look, and it is a rather colorful pair of Speedos.
Oh, these are mine. I'll tuck them away before anyone else sees them.
Did you yell that those are mine out loud? Okay.
When you pick them up, however, the fabric kind of is very weak, like it's really old, and it sort of splits and crumbles.
Yeah. It's like I'm all juiced out.
What's next? What are you all gonna do? Are you gonna open up that door in the lab?
I don't know. Do you think we have a good chance of getting the bars cut?
You should be able to just cut them with the angle grinder.
And we have a mechanic, and I just would gesture to Zeke. That's the one place we haven't gone through.
Okay.
You can give it a try.
Well, Zeke, do me a luck roll.
21. That's a hard success.
Excellent.
Or, well, with what I spent regular.
Excellent. So, you leave the drug lab and you go back into the office. You head into the kitchen, and at the last moment, you think, I think there's a power cord in the barn, in the workshop. You go in there, and indeed there is. So now you've got a bright orange power cord and an angle grinder. You step back into the barracks through the north door, and as you look south, the door into the library is closed.
We didn't leave it like that, did we?
I mean, it probably fell apart. I'm pretty sure that was Lance's library. Right?
Oh, I'm going to go listen at that door.
Okay. Do a listen roll.
No.
You don't hear anything.
Oh, boy.
Just check it. Check it real quick.
Yeah.
Do a 1d6.
5.
You open up the door. It does not suck you in. It seems to be a burned out building. One of the walls has been blasted through. There are bricks and there are things around. It smells of gunpowder and I don't know what you'd say, carbamide or something like that, cordite. There is a door on the far end. It is not the library, obviously.
Not even laid out the same?
No. It's a completely different room.
May I roll to see if it looks familiar to me? This war zone?
Yes, it definitely.
Oh, that's an extreme power roll.
You start to remember you've been here before. Where are you?
I will be following them.
No, I mean
oh.
you're sure you've been here before. This is a war zone of some sort, but you tell me.
Walter remembered he was a part of a gun battle. The casualties were horrific.
Yeah. It's desert outside. You can see the desert through the big hole in the wall.
Yeah. If any case, would be sanity roll because it looks like it was lots of casualties. He might have found his fellow soldiers dying.
Do a power roll for me.
All right. Oh, that is a hard success on the power roll.
Okay. So you're standing there. You can see these, a few other buildings around you. All of them have been bombed and burned out. A rather large gargoyle comes flapping down out of the sky and lands just outside of the hole going out of the building. It lands with a sort of thump, like an Avenger, and then it sort of raises itself up and it stands up tall. You'd guess that it is 8 feet tall, but very thin and only slightly muscular, more rubbery looking. Its skin looks kind of shimmery, like it's made out of oil, and it has long, very long, pointed fingers and a long pointed tail, horns on its head, and no face at all. But it just stands there. You can do a sanity roll for me.
Yeah, it's warranted. Oh, I passed.
Okay. You're terrified, but you don't take any sanity rolls.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing? You're all coming in and seeing this.
I'm not going in there.
You just see Walter standing as if he had like 1,000-yard stare, and he'll turn. It's like it's that
Walter,
thing. It's that thing again. We need to go.
Close the door.
That thing that ripped apart Lance. We have to. Yeah, just close it. And if you allow me, I want to see if there's any like grenades or any within the barracks, or any weapons within the barracks.
You're going to go back to the barracks?
Yeah, to see if there's any firepower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do a power roll.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I'll spend the luck to make that an extreme success.
Okay, that's not necessary. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there's a weapons locker at one end, and it definitely has some grenades in it.
You just see Walter scrambling, like, yes, this is where the weapons are, and he just opens it, like, okay, I don't know if this help, but we have some grenades, but I don't know if they'll be enough to fight that thing. It's 8 feet tall.
I don't know. I played a lot of video games. Grenades, it seemed like it could work on that.
Call of Duty is not the same thing, Dominique.
Maybe there's some stuff in my lab that I can put together, makes like a fire or something.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what's in your crusty drug lab.
At this point, I would like you all to do spot hiddens.
No.
Yes.
I failed.
Extreme on my spot hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those of you who passed your spot hiddens, if you don't already realize it, you also have holes in your chest. Walter, you have 1, I believe.
Yeah. Should I roll sanity for that?
I think that you're almost expecting it at this point.
All right.
Zeke, you have 4. Holly, you have 7. I mean, Tess. Hoodie, you have 4 of them. And I think Laurel has 3. Do any of the rest of you see this thing that's in the burned out building?
I think when Walter told us what was in there, Zeke told him to just close it.
Yeah, I just shut
Okay.
it. Like,
So you pulled back and closed the door. Okay. All right. So where to next?
That was the thing that killed. We're assuming is Lance. That was the thing that killed him.
Yeah.
What if killing it is the way out of here?
I mean, we got grenades.
and you said you can
I'll see
whip
if I can
something
put
up.
something together in the lab. Yeah, like I'm gonna go back to my lab and see if I can find some flammable materials
All right.
and like matches, yeah, or a lighter.
Do a power roll.
It's a regular success.
Indeed, you find a number of chemicals and flasks and things like that. You're pretty sure you know exactly what you're doing.
I think I can do something with this.
However, take a couple of magic points away.
Is there a threshold when you hit magic points that you start losing?
If you
Zero.
use up your magic
Zero.
points,
Okay.
then you start using hit points.
I see. Okay. I think I can concoct something here for fire.
So what would you like to concoct?
You want to do like
I guess. Go ahead.
Molotov cocktail?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, like some kind of makeshift Molotov cocktail.
Okay. You do. I don't think you need a chemistry roll to make a Molotov. You need the alcohol and so forth.
I'll make enough for everyone to have one, and I guess whoever got the grenades, that can be a secondary thing for them.
And just wondering, because I found a grenade, do I lose magic points as well? Because I did ask for it.
I think you already did, didn't you? You would have lost one magic point.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So you've armed yourselves. What are you going to do? Where are you all at this point? What room?
I think that if we're gonna fight this thing, we should have at least some kind of protection. So I'd like to head back to that locker, the hallway with the sports stuff, and try to find some hockey like padding to put on and the helmet.
Okay. Do a power roll.
Hey, and that's an extreme.
You find exactly that. And you lose 1d4 magic points.
Okay. That's 4.
We're gonna need a lighter.
Right.
There's a lot of flame things in the lab.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss Zeke a hockey like cup for his groin. You're gonna need it. And then start strapping in the helmet and all that.
You think this thing swings low?
I don't know.
So what's the plan? As in, because that's a war zone.
You said it was just sitting there, right?
Yeah, it's almost as if it's like waiting.
Well, let's give it
just bomb it with the grenades, right?
Grenades, Molotov cocktails. And since I'm familiar with the war zone, would I know if there's like another door at the end? Thom?
Well, there is, yes, there is another door, and there is a hole in the wall, obviously.
Okay. Well, there's a hole in the wall where that thing went through, but there's a door at the other end. If we need to run for it. So either we give it a distraction and have some people go over there. I'm willing to chuck some grenades and give a distraction while at least have all of you go at the door at the other end. That at least I can do.
As long as we get within throwing distance of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be chucking grenades at it while we're also trying to run past it.
I think it's fair that, how about if I go out first? He'll have the attention on me.
If it's sitting there, I'd say as soon as we see it, we just unload on it.
Or looking at the war zone, I wonder if we can use some things for cover as we can stealth through it.
I mean, couldn't have you found? Can you find like guns?
You said it had no face. Can it see? Did it see you?
It has no face. That's true. No, it's just waiting. I'm just having grenades as protection, really. Seeing
It
that
has
how
no
that
face, and it can't see. It can't smell. Maybe we can sneak up on it somehow. We have to be very
It
quiet.
got that guy.
Well, yeah, but he was screaming. We all heard it. I don't know.
if it helped, I can look around again in the weapons locker if there's any guns.
I mean,
I
this
don't
thing
think
probably
I'm
has
gonna go
echolocation.
down.
It's like a huge bat, right?
Maybe we can surprise it. That's all I'm saying. Like element of surprise. We get the door open and we just start throwing what we have at it.
And then we can close the door.
Yeah. How far is the other end of the door from where we are? Like, can you say how many yards, how many feet?
Maybe 30 or 40 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, we can throw that far.
Yeah.
Well, and the creature's not at the door. He's at the big hole in the wall.
What was the distance between the door and where it was?
Probably maybe 20 feet most.
Yeah.
I think it's possible we can stealth it, but throw grenades if it's somehow spots us.
Well, no, we want to attack it when it doesn't see us because then we get the jump on it.
Okay. How many grenades did I have in the
You found one.
one? Okay, I got one grenade. How many cock?
Four Molotov cocktails and a grenade. Open the door, throw all 5 at it, then close the door. And
I mean,
What do
sounds
you
like a
think?
plan.
What do you think, Laurel?
I mean, it sounds like a plan. I mean,
If
we probably want to make sure that it's like not gonna, it can't just fly away quickly before we throw the things at it.
Can we like imagine wish for a net? I don't.
a net,
but I mean, if we hit it
It's
all at
not a
once, first,
butterfly.
I mean, it's going to be on fire and exploded. And I'm surprised if it could still fly away after that.
I'm just like I'm just thinking that if we unload all of what we have now and doesn't destroy it,
But if we wait till it sees us and then it's all flying around attacking us, it's going to close the distance on us, and then we shouldn't be throwing anything at it because it's going to be on top of us.
True. I mean, I still have my trophy. It's pretty hefty. Probably
Walter,
bat it off.
oh yes,
Walter, do a listen roll.
listen, okay, I'll give that a 50 for listen to make sure. Yes. I'll spend the luck to make that a regular success.
Okay. As you all are standing there trying to figure out what you're going to do, Tess, you hear a voice calling out in the distance. I'm sorry, not Tess, Walter. Walter, you hear a voice calling out. It seems familiar, and it's saying, Walter, come here. Walter, come back. Walter. And it's coming from the door leading to the burned out room. Walter.
You see Walter like psyching himself up, like, okay, let's do it. I'm gonna throw the grenade. The moment I step out the door, there's a voice coming from the other end of the door where that thing is. Guys, ready?
Well, it sounds like it's coming from the door where the thing is.
Yeah, that's where he's gonna go. He's gonna go straight forward. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
All
Open
right.
the door and chuck a grenade. as close as you can, try to chuck a grenade at it.
Okay. You open up the door quickly. The thing is not there. It is the room, but it's no longer there.
Yeah, you just see Walter about to throw the grenade. It's like, it's not here.
Damn.
Guess we're gonna have to keep looking for it.
We just have to be ready.
Maybe it went through that door.
Yeah, we didn't
that's
see it
what-
come out the other way. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. At least just ignore. Let's just run across this. I don't want to be reminded of what happened here.
Yeah, no hesitation. Let's just go.
Were you
Okay.
in like the Middle East?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's go.
All right. You run to that door. Are you guys frightened enough to just open it up and run through?
Walter is like, nope. He's gonna gut it through the door, like ignoring everything.
Wow.
Okay. Walter, do me a 1d6.
He's 6. Okay. 1.
All right. You fling the door open and you run through. Everybody, you're right behind you. It's not a void, so you don't get sucked into the abyss. What it is it is a large Olympic size swimming pool room. It's an indoor swimming pool, very large. And you think there is something in this room over in the pool moving around. Something moving around somewhat menacingly. Dominic, you can hear a noise that sounds somewhat familiar. You're not sure if you are attracted to it or repulsed by it, but I would like you to do a power roll.
Sure. 99. That is a fumble.
Okay. Something in this room bothers you, but the room seems familiar.
Okay. I think I was here during one of my the championship contests.
I have a few questions, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
So we see something in the water.
Yeah, something at the far end, like it's swimming in the water, or you know how you can't really see what's under the water, but you can see that something is under the water.
Are there any power outlets in here?
Sure, all over the place. And windows.
You want to plug in the angle grinder and then just toss it in?
I'm going to plug in one end of that extension cord I found.
Okay.
And then throw the other end of the cord in the pool.
Okay. You do that, and there is a electric popping, and sparks fly out of the plug in the wall, and you see smoke come out of it. It turns black and practically throws the plug out of the wall, and all of the lights in the building go off.
Damn it. Did anything happen? Well, we can't really tell if anything happened to the thing in the water.
What you can see is, now that the lights are off, through the windows, you can see it is that glacial sort of area that the pool is on. You now also cannot see if there are other doors leading out. You think there are, but they were on the other end. You also can't see black things that might be standing in the room.
Oh, this is wonderful.
We can listen though, right? Like surely it'd make a lot of noise.
Do a listen roll.
Yeah, I'll assign
Nice.
50 to my listen.
Okay, I made the listen check.
I got an
I got an
extreme on my
extreme.
extreme as well. And listen,
I passed.
Everyone who passed other than Dominic, you definitely hear something over on the other end of the pool, the far end of the pool, making noise. You can't figure out what it is. But Dominic, what you hear sounds like a voice that does seem somewhat familiar. Somebody that you know. And they're calling out, Dominic.
And it's and I think I know this voice.
Who do you think that it is?
It's definitely my significant other. And they're calling me?
What's your significant other's name?
Let's call her Jill.
Okay, you can add Jill to your
Significant people.
Significant people. By the way, those items, your wrench and the items that brought you your names, those also go into your treasured items. Yeah, it sounds like her calling.
I gotta help her.
She's not calling for help. She's saying, come to me. Come.
I'm going towards the voice into the darkness.
Okay. You're obviously got to go around the pool.
Yes.
Process. Do you want to go left around or right around?
Dominic, no. Listen, this thing is screwing with you.
I'm going to stay away from the windows. So whatever side is away from the windows.
There's windows on both sides.
Shit. All right, left.
All right. Dominic, come, take my hand. Be with me.
We gotta stop him.
So he started. Are you moving fast, or are you just cautiously moving in that direction?
We're going fast.
No. We gotta stop him. Come on, help me stop him.
Shh. You're making too much noise.
Okay, are you going to try to stop him?
Yeah.
I'm just going to follow him. Just
if
being quiet.
Zeke, if you're going to do something, you can do a brawl roll if you're going to try to grab him, or
Yeah, I'm gonna make the brawl 60.
Oh, okay.
59.
Okay. So Zeke, you catch up to him and you grab a hold of Dominic.
What are you doing?
Stop! This thing is beckoning you.
It doesn't have a mouth.
Where are you going? Stop!
No, I have to follow this voice before it disappears like all the other ones.
No, you go. Listen to me. You don't know what it is.
This might be our way out.
I don't think so.
Trust me.
Don't go running off on your own. Just stop. Please listen to me.
I stop.
Okay, we gotta think about it, okay? Can't just run off.
I'd like all of you to do spot hiddens.
I got an extreme.
I failed.
That is hard.
16.
I failed.
Okay. Got a hard and extreme in there. Okay, good. There's something outside. The light seems to be increasing. Once again, you can't quite tell what color it is. It's multiple colors. It shimmers. It's definitely rolling across the icy landscape towards the building that you're in. Zeke, you got an extreme. What you see is almost incomprehensible, whatever it is that's coming. It seems to be a ball of glowing light, composed of vicious biting teeth and large spider-like legs that it's mobilized on. It's moving extremely swiftly towards the building. And as you're watching, it stops maybe 100 feet from the window. The light is definitely the light you saw before. You don't feel a compunction. What you feel like is this is some sort of predator that is hunting all of you. It's hard to look at. It makes you feel very strange and very terrified. You can do a sanity roll, and anyone else who saw it, you have the same feeling.
Oh, I failed.
Way past.
If he's gonna stop, I'm gonna go towards the voice.
No. Dominic, hide. We have to hide right now.
I'm going. Like, I'm using this opportunity because he's freaking out.
Dominic, no.
Okay. So
Everyone-
did anybody fail that sanity? Who saw it?
Oh my god.
I didn't see it.
100.
Okay. Dominic, you didn't see it? Zeke, you
No.
did see it though, right? Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it. I failed on
You
my
didn't see
spot
it.
hidden.
Okay. Zeke, do a sanity roll.
I already did. I didn't. I made it.
You made it. Okay. Do a 1d6 anyway.
Oh,
And Dominic, you didn't see it?
no.
4.
Okay. 4 points. 4 points of damage. You can feel your chest writhing under your shirt as 4 more holes appear. You now have a total of 8. In fact, you've got one on your arm. You've got one. And these holes are almost large enough that you could see through them, except that you are not looking through them. You're looking into the depths of just like null space. It's like the tunnel goes farther through your arm than your arm.
Dominic, for the love of God, please hide. There's something outside.
Dominic, you are going to run towards whatever it is that's calling you.
Yeah, because it's not the light outside. It's probably through the door.
No, it's whatever is in the swimming pool.
Oh, it's in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Okay, that changes things. If it's coming from the swimming pool where we saw the dark shape,
Uh-huh.
then I'm not gonna go there. I'll stop. I'll get low to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah,
I rolled a 100 on my sanity check, by the way, Thom.
Okay. In that case, how do you do a 1d12?
I think it's if it's
Is
well.
it automatic?
I thought you automatically take.
I'd rather have you roll.
Okay. Let me find a 1d12.
I always use the 1d12
Here we
if
go.
I can.
That's 5, which pushes me into indefinite insanity.
Okay. 5. You can feel more holes opening on your body, on your hands, and even on your feet. When this happens, 12 of them. The thing outside, you can see it reposition itself. You almost get the impression that it is turning towards you, Tess. And it is definitely a predator, and it moves closer to the building. Dominic, what changes what are you gonna run towards the thing?
If I can't trust what's in the pool because we saw like a foreboding shape, I'm just gonna try and just hide.
Well, there's not much place to hide in this large swimming pool room. But it's still calling to you. Dominic, please come. Take my hand.
And I'm struggling to see in the dark. What do I make out in that water?
Do a spot hidden for me.
Not my best. Nope, I failed.
Just can't see it clearly. It's a shape. It could be her.
All right, I'm going in the water.
Okay. Dive into the water. Are you swimming towards it?
Yep.
As you swim towards it, the thing outside slams into the side of the building, and the building shatters. It literally seems to be ripping apart the fabric of the building itself, It's blindingly bright as it comes in, like a spider mouth monster. But it is heading straight towards Tess. What are the rest of you doing? Not you, Dominic. You're sort of.
Can I throw my cocktail at this thing that comes through the
Sure.
wall?
Is it on top of Tess right now?
No, but it will be in just a second.
Then I will do the same as Laurel.
Okay. Do I guess a throw roll.
Okay. I'm gonna drop an extra 20 into that just to help myself out.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a 50.
And that didn't help. So I failed that.
I got a hard on that.
Okay. In both cases, well, Laurel, you throw your Molotov, and it does something kind of strange as it flies towards this thing. It just suddenly sort of spins sideways and smashes against the wall nearby. Zeke, you throw yours, and it heads straight for the dead center of this thing, and it just seems to sort of thump into the thing and disappear as if it were a black hole. Walter, what are you going to do?
Yeah, seeing that, he's just gonna gun it to the other side of the Olympic pool.
Okay. I would like Laurel, Zeke, Walter, and Tess to roll a 1d10 each.
Okay.
8.
8.
9.
8.
Remove that many points from your POW permanently. Dominic, you're swimming. There's a light in the room now because of this thing's brilliance. What's in the pool right up ahead of you is your significant other. She's in the pool, but for some reason, the water seems to be swirling around her where she's not actually in water, like some sort of vortex of the pool is staying away from her. She is dressed very oddly. She is dressed in a light blue gown, like you'd see at a hospital. She has on a white mask. She has on gloves, and she's reaching out for you saying, Dominic, come, take my hand.
All right. I'm going to swim desperately.
Okay.
Do you want a swim roll?
No, I don't think you need that. Are you going to take her hand?
Yep.
Just as you reach out to take her hand, she says, wake up! And you vanish. She vanishes, and you guys are gone. Pool goes back to normal with the sloshing. Tess, this thing barrels over towards you. It is going to you have to do an opposed POW roll.
Okay.
It has 100 POW.
I got an O2.
Oh, you actually did better than it. Tendrils of light seem to come out of it in the middle, and they're trying to grab a hold of you. But you managed to at least get away from it for the moment. It is pursuing you. Everybody else, I think you all can do sanity rolls again.
Myself included? Or
No, I think you're in the midst of it. So
Okay.
Fail.
Extreme success in that, or past.
okay. If you got an extreme success, you can roll a 1d4. If you fail, do a 1d8.
I lost 4, but I'm still good.
6.
Are you past your indefinite yet?
So I am at 36 out of 50. So,
Then yes.
All right. Dan, you feel a substance like on the ground around you, and you realize that you are now leaving oily residue wherever you touch, wherever your feet are, and it still does that sort of evaporating into the air, but you are now oily and gooey. And what do you have now? You have 14. The creature turns from Tess and starts moving towards you. Laurel, what are you going to do?
Is there any like furniture or objects that I could grab hold of?
Swimming pool area. There might be a cabinet with something inside of it that you'd find at a swimming pool. What would you like to find?
Oh, I know. One of those long poles, like that has the
Sure.
thing on the end of it.
Do a power roll.
Okay. Yes, that is a.
You find one. There is a good long one. So you grab a hold of that. What are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna use it like a javelin and kind of run at this thing that's attacking. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's a great idea.
Do a joust roll.
Joust roll.
Do a fighting roll.
Okay. No, that is a failure.
Okay. It's moving faster than you can get to it, and it's moving towards Zeke. Tess, you've realized for a moment that the thing is moving away from you instead of attacking. What do you want to do?
Running for the door. I've seen that the fight doesn't seem to have any effect on it, so I'm just gonna run.
Okay. You are running for the door. The door you came through, or the
No,
door?
the far, yeah. Walter's
far
running
door.
for a door. I'm running in that same
Yeah.
direction.
All right. You run up to the door. Do a 1d6.
6.
Oh, bad roll. You start to open the door, and it is ripped out of your hand. It is a complete void on the other side of that door. You move away from it. The ground in here is a little bit slick because it's tile and things like that. You get away from it, and you hear a flapping noise coming from the void. And that gargoyle thing comes and lands on the threshold and steps. It has to duck down, and it steps into the room, and the pressure equalizes. It's not really sucking out the door anymore, but it is a void on the other side. The creature is standing there. What do you want to do?
I've got a Molotov. I'll try and throw it. Why not? I'll try.
Is there another door
I'll add 20.
next to it? Is there like 2 doors at the end, or is just like 1 door?
Yeah, there's a couple of doors. There's another door.
I'll spend the 9 luck. So it's a regular success on a throw.
Okay. The creature doesn't make any attempt to get out of the way. Your Molotov hits it, we'll say, in the chest. The alcohol spreads over it, and there is suddenly flame all over the creature. It doesn't react at first. It takes a couple of steps into the room, and then you do get the impression that it can feel the heat, if you will. Like it begins to twitch and move. Do a luck roll.
Oh boy, my luck's only 23 now. That is a 20. Oh, yes.
Okay. The thing attempts to lurch forward and grab you, but it seems confused by the fact that it's flaming. It manages not to get any alcohol on you, so you don't catch on fire. And you manage to get away from it. It stumbles around. It still seems pretty strong and pretty intent on something, but it's on fire, at least temporarily. You don't see its skin blistering or anything like that, but all right, Seek. This thing is heading straight towards you. What are you going to try to do? Oh, I'm sorry. I need you to do a power roll, an opposed power roll.
02.
Very nice. Once again, these sort of white tendrils start reaching out towards you. You realize in that moment that what they're reaching for is the holes in your body. But you manage to roll away from it as its spindly spider legs try to reposition it. We'll get to Dominic in a few moments. Laurel, what are you going to do?
Seeing as my attack was kind of futile, I'm just gonna drop it and head for the nearest exit if I can.
Okay. Which one? The one where Walter is going, or the one that you came through?
Yeah, I would be right there. I was not engaging in any combat. I just want to get to one place.
Yeah. I'll just follow Walter. That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Okay, so you guys are heading in that direction. Dominic, there is a moment when you feel like you are rising up out of a very deep place. There is a blindingly white light that seems to be shining in your face. And as you are still unable to open your eyes, you can hear these mechanical sort of pingings and stuff that definitely does sound somewhat like a hospital room. And then you begin to perceive there are people in this room wearing masks and so forth. And you hear somebody say, "My God, he's coming out of it."
Jill?
He's calling my name. I'm here, Dominic. She's kind of in the back, but she's dressed in medical things, and she's masked and everything. She comes running forward and takes a hold of your hand, and you begin to realize that you are lying on your back on a medical bed. There is a bright light shining down on you, and she's grabbing a hold of your hand. Thank God you came back. You finally woke up. Now we'll go back to everybody else. The flaming black gargoyle thing, it suddenly leaps into the air and then dives into the water. There's a big splash, as it comes back out the other end. It's going towards Laurel and Walter, who are running for the door. And I'd like you to do dodge rolls.
Okay, I'll add a 20 to that. And that's right, it is. Oh, that is a regular success.
Okay. How did you do, Laurel?
Like Walter, I'm going to add 20 to that. Oh my golly, 92.
Okay. Walter, you sort of feign a trip as you're running. You lose your footing and you fall down flat and slide a little on the tiles. As this thing flapping in the air comes right at you, it misses you, but its claw comes up and grabs a hold of Laurel by her clothing in the back. And as it grabs your clothing, its other hand comes around like this, wraps itself around your waist, and picks you up into the air as it flies through the door back towards the barracks. You feel lightheaded, like you are, you're flying. It pulls you through the barracks and into the kitchen, and you obviously struggle a bit as it does this. And it does something very strange. Its fingertips sort of reach up and tickle you as it does it, and it almost paralyzes you, like it's touching, like in karate, in kung fu movies where they got pressure points. It sort of immobilizes you. What it does is it takes you to the kitchen and it sets you down. And it sets you down. It sets you on the ground, standing up, takes a step away from you, and it goes. And then it turns around and flies back through the door, leaving you there in the kitchen. Walter, you're face down.
Yeah, if I can get up and just open the door, nearest door.
All right, you're trying to do that. Zach and Tess, do what was it again? Do a 1d10.
6.
1.
Take that many points away from your pal. The entity is once again going to try and attack Zach. Zach, do an opposed power roll.
87.
Yep, he got a 4. The thing pins you down to the ground, and these white tentacles, these white light, they're made out of light. They suddenly wrap themselves around you and they start penetrating into the holes on your body. It feels like you are burning from the inside, and they quickly sort of push in and they try and rip the holes wider as the black gargoyle entity comes flying back into the room. And it is now on a direct collision course with you. Does anybody want to do anything to help Zeke?
I'm just opening the door.
All right. You're running.
Yeah, I'm running.
I'm also running. I have no other weaponry.
Did I get dropped off with Walter in the kitchen?
No, Walter's not in the kitchen. Walter is still back in the swimming pool area. You're all by yourself.
If you allow me, I don't know how far they are. I think that if I throw a grenade at it, it's going to kill Zeke anyway. So I'm just thinking of, just running to the nearest door.
I'll try to do a running tackle at it. Try to
Okay,
run at it.
what are you trying to tackle? The thing?
The monster that's on Zeke. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You've seen things thrown at it just vanish into the void of its body. Gonna try? All right.
I'm gonna try it. I'm full of despair anyway. Okay, fighting brawl.
Sure.
Let's add a 20% to that. Doesn't matter. That's fail.
Okay. So you run towards it and you jump. And what happens is these white light tendrils suddenly reach out and they grab a hold of you, and they are thrusting themselves into the holes on your body. It's excruciatingly painful, and it feels like you've reached the limit of how wide those holes can get, and it's just pushing in harder and harder on both of you. Walter, you've run out of the room. Laurel, you are in another part of the building. Dominic, you are waking up and realizing that you are in a hospital somewhere. Your girlfriend is there. The doctors do not understand exactly what they're looking at, but you have holes all over your body that seem to be miraculously healing themselves, closing themselves up, and then vanishing out of existence. You have no explanation for it. And they are trying to ask you some questions, but you're still sort of pulling yourselves out of it. You're groggy.
Undershirt, suit. I'm looking around at the other beds.
Oh, there's nobody like that in here. At least not in this room. You're in a private room. There, and the doctors are like, undershirt. What are you saying? I think he's still delirious.
Grandma.
Right. Tess and Zeke. This thing presses itself close to you. I would like the two of you to do opposed power rolls to each other.
Fail.
86.
So you both fail your power rolls. Who failed it worse?
And a 94, so I'm assuming I failed.
Tess failed it for. All right. This thing, it starts to let go of Zeke in favor of Tess. It presses itself through. It begins to open her up like a hole in the reality of the universe, and it begins to force itself inside the whole thing. And after a moment, it vanishes inside Tess. Tess, you are instantly killed by this thing. You're torn open. You're huge. You fall to the ground. You can hear the shattering sounds of things all around you. And I'll get back to you in a moment. Dominic, you are laying there. You've only been awake a couple of minutes. Seems like maybe it was all a horrible dream, terrible nightmare, but there were so many things that were in it that you couldn't figure out, that weren't part of your brain. There seems to be a commotion somewhere in the hospital. You can hear is there a scream? Is a patient in pain? Is something going on in the building? And suddenly, outside, you can see through the down into the ward. There is this blinding light that suddenly seems to fill that end of the hospital, and something begins moving, and it's like a wall of white light starting to move through the hospital and towards your room. Your girlfriend turns and she's like, "What is that?" The doctors are like, "What on earth is that?" And you can feel the building shake and begin to crumble. And then there is this wall of whiteness that suddenly hits your room, and everything is gone. So we'll end it like this. Those of you who are still locked in the dream world, you find that all of the rooms that had athletics seem to have vanished. All of the prison cell and the drug lab and all that seem to have vanished. The city is gone. And all that's left is the newspaper rooms, the barn and the farm equipment, and the barracks and so forth. You find yourself trapped in those 9 rooms. But after a while, you at some point step through a door and you find yourself in a great, vast cavern. And the cavern is filled with these large black gargoyle-like entities, and something summons you forward. You have no will to resist it. As you move forward, this great, you know that it doesn't look like this. It looks like this in your mind because your mind interprets it this way, but it looks like the great god Neptune on a huge throne with a great trident. And he basically says, "I am Nodens, and you 3 have really fucked things up." And that's the way we'll end it. And that's the end of our story. So, what happened? Any guesses?
Well, we're all patients in a hospital. Something happened, right?
Yes and no. Yeah.
Okay.
What happened was you were asleep. You were asleep somewhere. You weren't necessarily even in the same building. Some of you might have been. You were on the very edge. Normal people don't go to the dreamlands. They skim the surface. You were all skimming the surface. You were standing on the precipice, looking down into the void. But what you were looking down into was a passageway to the dreamlands. If you'd have jumped off the cliff, you would have landed in the dreamlands, and you would have had many adventures, maybe. But some entity out there, something in between time and space, something floating in the void, something that I chose to be sort of offspring or an offshoot of Atlaknacha, tried to rip its way into the real world by ripping its way through the dreamlands. Fortunately, for some silly reason, who knows what, it crashed into all of your dreamlands, your edges, and it got jammed there. And as a result, it sort of pulled all of your little dream worlds in together, including that other dude, Lance, and it all just sort of melded together into a big thing. So it figured it would just wait. It would see if it could find a way to rip its way into the real world through a dreamer. And you were all dreamers. And every time you guys lost sanity, it opened up just a little hole all the way to the real world. So, I mean, if you'd have plumbed it with it would have gone on seemingly forever. But at the same time, somebody had a chopstick come out of their chest in the real world, which baffled the doctors beyond, what the hell. So it waited. Nodens, who is the guardian of the dream worlds, he immediately realized something was up. He saw the thing rip its way through the sky, and he immediately sent one of his night gaunts, and he said, I want you to go there and see what's up. We need to prevent damage. And he says these 6 people have somehow conglomerated their dreams, and now that thing is trying to hunt them. It's not their fault. It knew you. It wasn't your fault. Otherwise, it would have just killed you. Because if you had died, then the possibility of it getting through you into the real world would have been extinguished. So he tells the Night Gaunt, go there, watch them, help them if they need help. Try and keep them away from the predator. Try and keep them away from jumping into the dreamlands. Try to find a way to make them wake up. And you guys were throwing Molotovs on him. If you guys had progressed too far, then it would have killed you. It would have had to have. That's what it did to that other guy, because he had so many holes in him. He was just like ripe to be, a conduit into the real world. Once the game progresses, you guys have 3 locations. Once you've sort of found your 3rd location, there's a possibility that you will find a physical person connecting that world to the real world. And if you grab a hold of their hands, you'll wake up. Dominic found her. You would have each found somebody if you had gone along that path. That's about it. We can talk more about it afterwards, but cool.
Who's Lance Ellis?
Lance Ellis is my character from the other game.
I honestly thought Lance Ellis was like an anagram or something, so I was actually writing
sitting there
down.
doing word. I was like, wait, let me.
Wait, is it Alliance? No, wait, there's not enough letters for Alliance.
Nope, just me.
Goddamn.
Our players included Holly Buto, Nell Heppel, Dan DePolis, Alex Sun, and Julian Arbaugh, with myself as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the fine arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.